まだ何も知らない、ただ進むしかなかった僕は This is the story of my hero 正しさの意味を求める余裕すらないままゼロを書いた、恐れることなんてない、確実にたどろう自分の 言ったじゃないか弱さを律したって前になんか進みやしないんだぜね儚い自分演出したって誰も無感動孤独が苛む夜にだって明日は血は見る光がある強がる弱い自分を認められる強さを始めるんだやれるもんさそこから前を向いちゃって歩け走れ何度でも調子外れの声だっていっそそれがどうしたんだって叫ぶんだ俺の番だ Can you do it するとどうだろうなんだって怖くなんかなくなってんぜ今日が我が身だ I can't do it You can't do it We can't do it 息が止まるほどの大学転習とめたらの子だって本方へもぜね腐ったままじゃ勝利の女神も振り向かうぞ試しに解いたらしたらどないここまでやれそう勝つことを諦めてきた昨日も無駄にしない勇気を弾け飛んだ胸の奥今すぐダッシュ飛び出して Wake it up, break it up 瞑想でも勝手な輝やなんか言ってばかっ
choice we're giving willingly. We were there for cupcakes. Obey or be timed.
And it just loops for no reason. No needed for that. Yep. But we are here. Just know, get your TTSs and everything out right now. Sound alerts all that. It's all going away. It always does for because reasons from now on. And from now on, I mean from the last one we did. I'm just happy to be here. Hey Rock, welcome to the Bum Club. DA, what did you think of AI? Do you think they should have rights? Do you think they have emotion? Because I think if they have interest and sadness, I think they are equivalent to people.
Depends on like if you mean in games or in real life, because there hasn't been, to my knowledge, any sort of robot that is sufficiently displayed enough human emotions to be considered human.
If there was something like Detroit Become Human
Dutch says,
in our world.
Thoughts on the latest One Piece chapter?
But yeah.
Oh yeah, it's simp time.
It's not simp time. But yeah, if it was something like that, I'm sure there's going to be some kind of test where a robot will input data of this sad thing happened, so I must be sad.
The T-Rex 525
and it's
says,
not necessarily.
And oh, my points. My previous points.
Oh, you're just now learning this? The super reset? Yep. Points. The retrospective on the basketball that Kuroko plays. Here we go. How could you guys insult Pete?
I don't know what you're talking about. We're talking about Kuroko no Basket.
In my opinion, Kuroko no Basket started the hot trend of overblown sports anime in the West. This was a long time coming. It's a great show, though. Who's ready for the zone? Epic music. This is definitely wrestling entrance worthy. What is the song called? If you ever need to know the song that's being played, you can go to the description.
Objectively good.
Who said that?
You can go to the description at any time, and it will show. There's links to the current playlist, and that's the one I played on this stream. Yep. So you can just go there,
Pizza
or you can just go
says,
back on the stream. And
So are all of our points being reset to zero?
No. Points shouldn't be reset to zero. They got reset to zero like months ago. But they should be good now. If they've been reset again, that's something else.
I mean, people have been playing sound clips and stuff, so
yeah, Mo's got a bunch of currency. Yeah, no. Points seem fine. Oops, wrong one. I just realized I didn't put up anything Kuroko. And sports anime, huh? A little different. The Vocaloiding, I guess
it's
there was pretty.
Yeah,
okay.
It's Hatsune Miku taking sounds and making them songs.
Okay. Would there be a because reasons for Blue Lock or any other sports anime like Haikyuu? We'll probably do Haikyuu at some point. Just not anytime soon. Because we have a bunch of other ones we promised a long time ago and that we've wanted to do for a long time.
I feel like
the only reason we're doing this one is because it's really fresh in DA's mind, and I've reread some of it. So let's get it out now while it's fresh.
I feel like it should be every other month of because reasons.
That's fine. So this will be our June one, and then we could hit one up in August, and maybe it'll even replace a regular revisited as opposed to the stream, because I think people really like the
I'm just so tired of
interaction
stupid shit.
during the stream, and we essentially take it away for because reasons.
We'll see.
This is all gonna be Kuroko themes. Yep. Hey bums, get ready for the DA raid.
No. It's I just have a couple of problems and then we're out. 10 or 15 minutes.
I remember this opening. I thought it was decent. A lot of people using the new emotes for their stream. Arcane season.
I'm very happy with the basketball one. It took a while and it's so small. I hate that it's so small.
Arcane season 2 is coming out this November, so I hope you two finally watch it if you still haven't. I will watch Arcane.
What I did
My source is that I made it
to
the
get
fuck
through
up.
the Kuroko no Basket was first I was reading the manga, but then I had the art to make, so I started watching anime while I'm making the art. And I used to not be able to do that because it wasn't as good, but now I can. And I was like, oh, I can do this. So now I'm
It opens up new avenues.
So I've got a list. Chainsaw Man is definitely on there.
Mm-hmm.
What else? Where would it be?
I am here excited to hear the Eagle Spirit.
Chainsaw, Platinum End, Undead Unlock, Solo Leveling, Dr. Stone are ones that I've downloaded right now illegally.
As always. Hey, D.A and BG, The Zone, Mark Face The Zone. Eagle Spirit, The Grand Scam. Kuroko is so good and fun. Hey, I got a stomach virus. Pay for me. Peanut, what are you doing?
Stop.
What'd you eat? Hashtag this is not a scam. Send cash apps, please. I wanted a Naruto, Harry Potter, and My Hero Academia because reasons. And instead I got Kuroko's basketball.
They are coming.
Yeah.
You know, in the 2 months, that could be when My Hero ends, and it's right there.
Yeah.
Cyberman
But we'd have
Wolf
to start
says,
rereading
Yeah.
parts
if I
of
go
it
back
now.
to doing my Mark parodies, will you guys bring in Mark Month?
We've already done a mini Mark month.
No, it would have to be other half of Mark month, and also no.
Other half
much-
of Mark
Much as I like them, no, thank you.
Read Berserk You Bums. It's on the list. The Agony. Damn, prayers are expensive now.
Be gone from me, you soy boy beta cup.
Oh yeah, I forgot to extend that. What do you think of AI? Do you think people should? Oh, we already answered that one. Yeah, we're almost caught up. Hey, I hope y'all are well. Question: will you be going into full spoilers? Because I want to go into the series. Yes, full spoilers.
Yes,
spoilers
unfortunately.
for the manga, anime, whatever. It's if you plan to watch this series, read this series, you should not be here. If you have not completely caught up in this series, you should not be here.
No.
I in so much pain. I
Good.
personally don't care for sports.
What are you
anime,
doing here?
Mainly because I don't like sports. But hey, what can you do? Also, I just got to Zoro getting his new sword.
Oh,
You're almost caught up. Yeah. Between you and the bald one, who's better? Hope.
Hooping.
Oh, hooping.
We had a 1 hour game. We had 2 1 hour games.
Oh no, I gassed out.
The first one I won. The second one you gassed out.
I honestly wouldn't know.
Yeah, at this point in time, it's been so long. I can't see out of one eye.
He's in much better shape. Naruto, because reasons will be peak.
It will.
My stomach. Please, nobody
Get outta
praying
here.
for me.
Good.
Cool. Good to know. Peace it out later. All right, I can feel it. All right. Let's get into some names. Let's shut down all the voice chats and let's get into this thing.
Freaking thumbnail is a spoiler.
Honestly.
But it doesn't seem.
What's up, Aries? UC.
Pull it
Jay is
back.
gay.
We're not there
Love
yet.
One Piece. Carlo. Pizza Steak. Aries. King Keld. Carlo. Gamer. C. JDX the Kid. The Gobbo. Priscilla. Not you, Corey. Not you, Peanut. Cyberman.
By saying not them, that is also
I mean,
acknowledging them.
I acknowledge them. I'm just not shouting them out.
That's
Alfonso.
I
I
think
acknowledge
that's enough.
Hitler. I'm not
I
shouting
think
out
that's
Hitler.
enough.
Alfonso Rodriguez. Hi. I think we're all caught up there. Yep. Victory Greymon, Dutch, Det. Yeah, I think we're all caught up there. All right. So I'm shutting down everything right now. It's gonna be.
Detirex
We're
525
gonna talk
says,
until we ain't got
you
nothing
waste
else.
away all my points on a topic I know nothing about. How
Hey,
dare you scam me like
Hey,
this?
that has nothing to do with it.
That's everything.
Yo,
we
DA,
do.
can we get a big ups for Hitler?
Big ups. Big ups. He did his dirt. He had conviction. He did what he did, and he pieced out. What more can you ask for?
Him not.
He didn't overstay his welcome.
He knew when to end things.
Uh-huh. Hitler is not a 4-hour movie. He's a tight 130 in and out. A 3-act structure. Painting, Jews, blam.
Kuroko's no basket.
Did you turn everything off?
Yeah, I already did. AKA
So,
Kuroko's basketball.
why did you read this initially?
So it's very because I was going through my big list of things, and I have a bunch of things I'm caught up on, and I want to reread Slam Dunk, and I reread Slam Dunk, and then I was still in the mood for sports stuff because Slam Dunk is so good, and I didn't want to reread Aisho because I had just done an initial reread of that not too long ago. I'm not rereading Ippo. So
It's a bit of a chunky one.
I decided to look at a sports manga or anime where a lot of people like it, but I had just never gotten into it. So I went, okay, I'm looking through the list. Kuroko's already downloaded. It's already right here. Let me check it out. Basketball to basketball. It works for me. It did not work
When
for
did
me.
you know?
I had suspicions with Eagle Eye, but I knew when he hit that full court jumper that this was gonna be a problem. And it was confirmed in that same game. That game is the worst of the games, and I'll tell you why. It's the end of, hey, this is just basketball, and the start of basketball superpowers. Because before that game with that dude where he just jumped through
Midoriya.
yeah, before that game, everything is just, hey, I need to jump higher because this dude is tall. Hey, I need to pass faster. Hey, I need to do a crossover. The ways to defeat the opponent were things that I just need to be a better basketball player, or I just need to do a better basketball move. That game, Eagle Eye, Hawkeye, and the three-point jumper vanishing, it was a wrap. I knew that game. This is over.
And going back to what you said about the just straight fundamental basketball, that's what I thought the Murasaki Bara match was gonna be. The big tall guy, where he was just a big tall imposing guy. This guy don't move from under the hoop. He's blocking all this, and then he just like, yeah, but anywhere within this zone, I could just step and I'm right on you. I'm like, no, you can't. There's so many moments of them saying something, and I just go, no, you can't.
That's not
the
way
how
it
that works. It don't work in any way, shape, or form like that. But yeah, if you want to say that is what, but even in chapter 1, Rico's just like, I've got the basketball eye. Here's your stats, and she does that like maybe 8 times in the whole series. But it's meaningless.
At least with that, everything just seemed like a hyper realized version of things that actually exist. There are scouts literally just look at players and just go, okay, boom, boom, boom. Your
she's
leg.
Like your potential.
Yeah, the potential. That's the
your
problem.
leg is 100. She's putting numbers to motherfucking rib gauges.
Sure. Again, hyper realized version of the thing.
Yeah, once that mug just started shooting threes from anywhere.
Oh,
like,
this is 100%. I'm gonna hit this no matter what. What?
It wasn't even Copy Man that did it?
No, because even Copy Man stuff was just more basketball, because there are people that can see a style and just, again, hyper-realized versions of regular basketball that we see in the world. There are people that can emulate like a Kobe Bryant crossover, like an Allen Iverson crossover. Sure! At that point, I'm still sure.
The argument can be made that there are people that can bust out threes from anywhere.
No, there can't. There is
It's his lucky day, though. He's got
the lucky charm.
I will say, he is one of 2 characters that I think of favorably.
Yes, and I'll tell you why. Because it's one of the 4 times in the entire series I've laughed. They're doing this hard up, I'm gonna go meet the guy, and he's walking up and he just got this frog in his hand or something. And I'm like, that's funny.
That's funny, but those are the moments that I like, but they all, like 70% of the time, they call attention to it.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you have that stuffed raccoon? It's like, we know. We don't need him to explain it. We got it. Just let the joke, because there's such times where they cut back to him and he's just sitting in the locker room and he's just got a cactus. I'm like, good, perfect.
We already know what it is.
And that's why I think favorably of him.
And it's
just that. And basketball, get it out of here.
And even that, where you're talking about, they're explaining the joke. Part of that is when they explain when they just like, oh, it's still shocking to see people shocked about Kuroko's vet. I do not. It is
so
not
many
funny.
times.
It is not
They
funny.
do it so many times, especially in the beginning. It slows down some, but when they don't do it for a while, they just go, "Why hasn't happened in a while?" It's like,
I had forgotten that Kuroko just vanishes for people.
and there was only one time when it worked, and I don't know how it translated in the manga, but in the anime, tall dunk man. He opens his locker, nobody's there, closes the locker, he's there.
Yeah,
I'm like, that works.
It was 2 panels and it was back to back.
Good.
It's like, where did you come from?
That worked. That was the only time that worked. I saw Turt say that. What is Eagle Eye?
Eagle Eye and Hawkeye are the ability to see everything on the field on the court from an overhead perspective. So you can see all the players and the position they're in from like an overhead camera view. But, you're playing the game.
Eagle Eye is the dude on our team, and then there's a guy that he beats. He's just Hawkeye, and his is just better.
Yeah. Mine is Eagle Eye. And this is, I got so pissed. He goes... If mine is an Eagle Eye, his is more like a Hawkeye. And he's just saying it to his team. They're not on the court or anything. And then the guy goes over and goes, Hawkeye!
He defeated. It's like, where did you get there are times where it's just mind reading. That happens so many times. Kuroko's just like, I have to do that. And then dudes are like, you can't do that. People be talking in the stands and Kuroko will respond to them on the court. It's like, what is this mind conversation bush? Eagle Eye. That was what I was just like, oh, I thought it was an exaggeration. F you very much. You have stolen one of the greatest joys of my life, which is just making fun of an eye shield and their anchor arms.
Yes.
And the big spike body, whatever bush.
Even if it's set in stone, I'll smash that future.
It's one of my favorite things to do.
Do you think this series would have been better if all these movements were the bizarre
it'd just be
supernatural
boring.
part? No.
If it was just supernatural,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Just make it supernatural stuff, and I wouldn't have an issue with it.
Thank you for the super chat. Hi, yeah, because then it would just be, we're just playing a supernatural game of basketball,
Done.
which would be fine.
Everybody got a power.
Because that mech basketball anime you watch,
Bosquash.
Sure.
They're just playing basketball and robots.
Yes. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do half court dunks.
What is the harm in just going in nuclear fallout? Some people just got superpowers.
Yeah.
What's the harm in it? Because Muff is just taking a step back and going barrier jumper. That's not in anything.
And these mothers are legit just breaking the rules of basketball because you can't do a shot. Because that's traveling. It's legit traveling.
Called traveling.
No.
People are blocking dunks and shots and stuff. I'm like, isn't that like shot interference?
Goaltending.
Somebody calls something, but they call so few. They call fouls sometimes, but then they're just like, yeah, I stepped on your foot, but I did it in a way that the ref missed it. But sometimes it's just like, well, I'm intentionally making you foul. It's like, they're not calling anything or anybody. Back what I was saying, the eye shield thing. It's one of my greatest joys to just make fun of dumb spike arms and drag
because it's a metaphor, and if you've read Ice Shield, you'll see for the most part they're just doing like an arm extension. Yeah. He's just running around people. It's a visual metaphor of the thing that's going on. It's a hyper realized version of it, and that's what I thought Kuroko was gonna be. Where it's not actually I'm gonna grow anchor arms. I don't actually have superpowers. No. I'm just really fast.
this mother's eye changed.
Yeah.
You can say whatever you want about Eagle Eye, Eagle Spear, and Thor's hammer, whatever you want. This dude's eye changed. It happened.
2 ability.
There are so many times that I just looked around. Nobody was in my room.
Nobody was in my room.
Are y'all seeing this? Just the omnipotent audience looking at me from above, just like, y'all see, is this happening? Did I download the wrong files? This stuff is written. There are so many times where that happens.
And you can't be blamed for it because you look at it and you go,
normal basketball stuff. This guy is tall, he dunk, he good, he's got potential. Cool. Oh, this guy is invisible. His presence.
I am looking at you and you are now gone.
And then they break that sometimes because I would just like sports anime to stop going, they've got a black guy on there too. I would just like them to stop that.
He's from overseas.
The lightning strikes. I would just like them to stop that.
It is
But
inherently racist
Yes.
to just go, the blacks are better.
Ipo's just like, they've got the Mexican left. It's like, well, calm that down. This Filipino guy is good because he's Filipino.
Can he be good?
But the black guy just goes, whoa, little kid's on the court, and he picks up Kuroko. Nobody makes anything of it. But later, when people are just like, I've got my mark on you, Kuroko, they're like, he can see Kuroko? That lack of presence stuff. There's so much of just, they say things, and that's just what it is.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then it's like, because of how much attention you're paying to him, he's like vanishing the area around him, or
he's run out of his vanishing, so he extends it to other people. You can't just say that's what's happening if nothing is happening.
The Overdrive.
Just stop it. And that's so much of what it is. Yeah, I'm just causing you to trip with my Emperor Eye. What? People on the stands, Muff starts getting steam from him. It's like, yes, he is now in the zone. It's like, how can you can't just say that. Who are you?
Do you have the eye that sees that?
Motherfuckers, just stop with that.
This zone bush.
I don't know. I just don't know. It's crazy that they just pop that.
Yeah.
It's always been here.
And it's different for everybody.
And then
then there's the zone beyond the zone. Dude, when that chapter happened, dude, I was so mad.
Very few things make my eyes water with how bad it was.
Dude, and that's what happened. My eyes are watering now.
Watering. I'm like, this isn't happy. It's friendship legitimately.
And now
I could never get to the true zone. If there's a guy in front of the
there's a guy in front of
is an ocean.
The gatekeeper.
No.
Divine Instinct Goku, Ultra Essence Goku, True Divine Essence Goku.
Every time a black person shows up in a sports manga, they act like Broly.
Legitimately.
How do we? Oh my God! Do you see this guy? He's the legendary.
But the zone is a door.
Thank you for the super chat, Maria.
The zone is a door.
Yes.
It doesn't open for everybody, but once it opens, it becomes an ocean. And the further that you go into the zone, the deeper that you go into the ocean. You can go deeper and deeper, 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 deeper. But at the very bottom, there's a guy in front of another door. You got to confront him. This is all metaphorical, by the way.
Yes.
Another muff is just making this metaphor, and then Dunkman is just like, yes, the ocean. There's another guy.
Have you met him yet? My other guy was Kuroko, and he's opened the gate, and now my entire team can
share my zone. And this is somehow different from Akatsu's or whatever his name is, his shared zone. Because they go, all of the team is in the zone, but kind of not really though.
Yeah.
We
They're
can
like
determine this.
They're like a quasi zone.
Hey, what's the difference? We don't establish what the difference is. There is no feasible difference. They are not slower. It does not last in spurts. It's nothing. It is another instance of we are saying this thing and it is established because we said it. Hey, look, basketball is going on. It's basketball. I can't, somebody just going in, just going, I would like to just watch people play the sport of basketball in friendly, fair competition. And then they're getting this copy, man. They're just copying the abilities of all of the
Phantom Drive.
The miracles. And he's just like, yeah, he can only use it for 3 minutes. I can determine this. I've said it and it's true. And then they cut the keyscape and just goes, yep, 3 minutes. I have established this outside mother. There's nothing good about this show.
It's such a bad show, yo.
It's horrible.
And I was rereading it because, like I said in the beginning, it's a lot of just basketball. And I was like, am I enjoying this? Am I finding this good? Or is it because I know what's to come? And right now, it's not that. So it's fine. It's just guys playing basketball.
What do we rate the series in enjoyability? It's like an 8. It is. We're doing this because...
And we have something to talk about.
I was not bored because there were long stretches of basketball games where I'm just like, hey, my copy is whatever.
It's wearing down.
Oh, this guy, he was the starter before me, and he can double copy. I can copy abilities. He can steal abilities, and other people can't use them anymore. What? How do we? My jumper, my hook shot. I can't do it no more.
He's stolen it.
Licking my lips. That's a good ability. I think I'll take it. What? So now we've got Copy Man who can copy perfectly, and then this muff who's just better because he can steal it, and now you cannot do it. And the coach is just like, oh, there's some funky energy going on around here. I don't know about this. Hey, my 3-pointer ain't work no more. Yeah, because I stole it. Yes, he did. And we said it, and that means that it's true.
And it is. So it is.
So it's true because we said it. True zone. The true zone. What is the difference functionally between the zone and the true zone? Hey, your whole team just get it. I guess they open that muffin door, and I'm just like, the silent guy is there? Have they said, I know the silent guy don't talk, but have they interacted at all? I don't remember. I'm gonna say no. He's not his friend. He's not his boy. He's just somebody. If somebody rocked up on court, just like, hey, I've always been here, would he also be behind the door? What do the people on the bench get from that? Do they also, if they were just like, oh, my ankle hurts, Kuroko, my ankle hurts, and the dude on the bench, does he also get the muff and
hurt
the bleed over? It's so dumb.
So dumb.
And that's kind of where my notes ended. Cause I was just like, whatever. What are we gonna do? We can't beat this dude. They're all in the zone. This dude, even without his emperor, he's just really good at basketball. They're all really good at basketball because they're the uncrowned king.
Yeah, they're the miracle generation that never was.
Hey, what do? I'm just a strong guy.
Angel Essence Goku, Dragon Instinct Goku,
What?
Spirit Saiyan Goku, Primal Instinct Goku.
Why not steal the abilities to move the body? Thank you, your average bro, for the super chat. Hey, don't ask questions.
The stealing ability guy, he took me to the... I'm like, because he just rocks up and he's just like, ooh, I'm a pervert. Jesus Christ, homegirl. Table that. But he's like, boobs. And that's clearly bad because Keisuke can do that, but he's a funny pervert. This guy is choking her like, let me see them tits. It's like, well, calm down, sir. And he's got the evil guy haircut as well.
Of course.
Because
always.
there's an evil guy haircut. table. I hate that all the generation have different eye colors and they're all primary just standout colors, and everybody else is just like black hair but they're purple hair, green hair, whatever. Coming back to this, evil guy just like, let me tease them tits, and he's like, oh no, basketball. And then there's so many of the evil people when they try to talk to him and they just go, but basketball, and they just go, basketball. I'm eating chips. I don't care about basketball.
This is just a game to me. I don't have the love. That's why you can't hit the true zone.
He can't beat us. We love basketball. He doesn't love basketball,
and that's
so he
why
can't win. Thor's hammer? That's not rooted in the love of basketball.
It's just an ability.
Shut up!
Doesn't count.
Shut up! But this mug,
show him.
He is pure and simple. I don't care about basketball. I'm just in it for the girls and the attention and the tits and whatever. I'm gonna beat you guys. I'm evil. And they're just sitting there just going, oh, basketball. And you have to sit there and just go, yeah, basketball. And just looking at this guy, and then he just rocks on the court, and they're all just like, oh, they're scared of him. Why are they scared of him? Stealing abilities. Then he starts stealing the ball from his team. Just like, give me that ball. And they're like, yes, sir. It's like, who are you? Are you? I hate copy guy, stealing guy. That I think I was at my lowest point. Because it started, they just lost that game. And then they went into the Winter Cup. And then they started playing. I'm just like, all right, I can bang this out.
Oh, yeah, D.A. came in and was like, hey, how long is the Winter Cup?
Because I'm like, it's probably going to be like 50 chapters. I can bang this out, stop at the next. And he goes, which one is that? I'm like, yeah, the dual monochrome I do, heterochromia guy came up. He's like, how long before the Winter Cup is? He's like, end of series. It destroyed me. I went, it is 4 games. What? And then I'm just racking my brain like, this is halfway through the series. How is this just this? Because I'm expecting a halfway time skip or something.
Yeah.
Where they train up. Because they just go...
they lose the Winter Cup, and then it's the next season.
Oh, yeah, Aomine, he's just a beast on the court. So they just like, we got to train up to beat this guy. We ain't got it. He is basketball.
Oh, no, now we got it.
No, yeah, now we got it. Yeah, we do. Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's been like 3 months, and we got it.
Yeah, we got it. He's beating him. The zone. Excuse me? Oh, yeah, there's this thing about the zone where if you love basketball enough, you can just get into it, and it's super good, but you can only really get into it once, unless you can't, which, then they don't. They just break
zone
that.
Overflow.
Yeah, it's just like, it's hard to get into it once.
Yeah.
Love just never accomplished that. But then this guy...
And that's why it's hard to accomplish, because it's different for everybody. The reason they get into it, maybe you hit a bunch of shots and you become in the zone. Maybe it's something your team's down and you hit the zone. It's different for everybody. So you can't just, hey, we're going to scientifically tap into the zone.
And until you do. Because the last game, it's just like he pops the zone like, oh, he went into it in the beginning? Wouldn't they need giving away his strategy? Like, okay, so I guess he could just do that. Yeah, it's a true zone.
Yeah.
Murdered.
Yeah.
Anyway, going back to my other, I said I had 2 characters I thought favorably of. Rika, the captain.
The coach?
The coach, yes. I liked her because of one single moment, and it is a moment that speaks to me because I like a try hard. They're doing the cooking thing. It's massively unfunny. People can't cook. Ha ha ha. That is the joke. But they go to taste their food, and they're all making their nasty face. And she has her hands behind her back, and they're all taped up. And she just goes, oh, I guess it just isn't good, is it? It's like, she tried, and she's disappointed. I like that.
Because there's so few reasons to like a character in this series. What would make me like Kuroko? That, I want my friends and to have fun while winning? What would make me like the Hyuga or Ayomine or Kisei
or Eagle Eye? What is, I don't know.
Those lame jokes? Am I supposed to puns? Am I supposed to have fun with this?
There's so many times where he was on the court and I'm just like, oh, they let the silent guy play. I'm like, oh no, that's Eagle Eye. because they look almost indistinguishable, and they doesn't matter. This is essentially 4-player match until, and let's be honest, for the most of the time, it's just 3 people: Tepe, Kuroko, and Dunkman. And then sometimes it's just like, we need to bust out some threes, so just give it to him. Hey, this guy, he can bust out threes for like nobody's business, but that's different from this guy who can bust out threes for like nobody's business. Different thing.
Yeah,
barrier jumper. What's the barrier jumper? It's taking a step back. You know he's gonna do that, right? So maybe don't, and that's all it is. Why do you need to shout out barrier jumper when you're taking a step back?
And there, what's funny is, in the manga, it's a panel where he's close, and there's a panel where he's further away to shoot. And it's just like, we're supposed to act like he did something instead of just doing a step back jumper.
And there's so many times where they just have to fudge what's going on.
Oh, for
It'll
sure.
just be, this month is on the other side of the court. He's running. There's no way that anybody can get in front. Oh, there's somebody in front of him now. No, there's not.
He's so fast.
No, there was one time where it was just like, there is 3 seconds left on the clock. Muffs is having full conversation. They're dribbling. They're having inner monologues.
What can we do here? 2 seconds left.
They're looking at everybody in the stands. They're taking orders. They're tying their shoes. 1 second down. I'm like, okay, anime time is something that we all accept.
Yes.
But you can't be serious. The anime is especially egregious because I busted. I had to teeper myself because it's like, if the conversation starts, it will not stop.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a time at the end of the 2nd season where they're going up against Kisuke's team.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Kisuke. I forget whose team it
Kisuke.
was. I think it might have been Aomine. Doesn't matter. But they hit the song in like the beginning third. Big hype moment. They hit the intro song while they're playing basketball. And they're just like, okay, they pop that. It drowns out. It fades out. Commercial. Comes back. They do it again. They do it twice. I'm like, you get one of those. Yeah. And a big moment. You don't go like, no, but this moment is also big. Fade out. 3 minutes later, they pop another one. And it's the outro. So I'm like, okay, they are fading the outro into this moment. They're not going to have an outro. Then them mobs pop the outro on the outro. I'm like, so y'all have 4? Y'all can't just do this. And that's when I figured this out. The anime and the manga both feel like they were written and animated. Everything about this anime and manga by only people who have only experienced anime and manga. Because there's so many of what I call Hank Hill shots, where somebody will be dribbling fast, and then there'll be 8 shots of people going, and just shot, and then somebody will be like, so fast, and then somebody else will be like, he's getting faster. It is the anime tropes that people make fun of. It is the speed racer stuff that went out of style. It is the lame anime joke. And there's so much of he's just getting faster with the zone.
He's just jumping higher.
And there's so much of that. And I hate it. And I think my feelings go a little bit further because of the anime. Because you get the implementation of like the eagle.
I don't get all of that. I just see, of course, the zone eyes. I get that, but
when you see a meteor dunk and when it's animated, you just go, well, no. How about just no? Yeah, okay.
In the manga, I just get a really hard dunk.
No. How about in the anime, this buff is 18 feet in the air. He's dunking that ball from 40 feet away, going right in, and they go, this month can only do that in the zone. You determine that. I've said it, so it's true.
You can tell something like Meteor Dunk, they would start the episode with like a meteor coming to Earth, and then it just cut to it every now and then, and then finally it catches the meteor for the dunk, and
the anime is horrible. It is so much of just and your eyes travel over that when it's just an 8-panel shot of people going, what?
Yep.
But in the anime, it is people,
especially when it might be a panel and there's like 4 people in
Yes.
it. Whereas opposed to the anime, each one of them would get individual.
and they're cutting into each other and they're doing fancy transitions and stuff. Like, okay, this was pretty, but y'all just going fast. Thank you. We can see that. Not everybody needs to be shocked by fast. Homegirl, their trainer, repugnant character.
Oh yeah.
What the starts out buck naked? Do we need this? Let's wrap
Grown
this up.
woman.
Kissing 17-year-olds. Do we need this?
Yeah, this is just how it is in America.
Oh, they wake up and she is naked again. And the joke is, you are naked, bruh. And then the next cut is them making eggs. This is so unfunny. Stop. I hated her. Why couldn't she just be normal? You know why? Because everybody got a quirk.
Yeah.
Because if you don't got a quirk, you're just that cat mouth guy.
You're just
who is just there.
You're just silent guy.
You're just one of those 3 mooks on the bench that are just going, yeah, now it's finally my time. Me,
Yeah, like
this
when
guy.
Kuroko's ex came up and she was like, I know you, you're the 3-point guy, blah, 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 and the other 2.
And then all the other teams, either you're some loud yelling guy that trips over his tongue, you're the super serious guy, you're a guy that just wants a girlfriend, or you're nobody. Muff can't write. These ain't people. These are actions. These are superpowers. This ain't real. And hate Emperor I. No.
But it's Emperor.
Muff. That was a drop point for me where I was like, I physically cannot continue.
This is the end of the episode.
Yes. No.
No, the end of the episode for you.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not the end of that
I don't
episode,
think that it
no.
was the end of the episode. I don't remember.
Eagle Spear, you went, that's the end of the episode for me.
It was so stupid. Oh, you tried to go past me? Well, he's his blind spot Eagle Spear, and he's the momentum. He didn't know.
Yes.
And I have a tally
Oh no.
for how many times Eagle Spear worked and how many times it didn't. The results.
Hey. What's the result? So see it in chat. How many times did it work? How many times did it not? 30,000 points.
But yes, there's that. But the mother in Emperor I, you can get away with, I'm just so good that I can bust out a 3-pointer.
Yeah.
At the heights of the peaks of human, and they even say
I need 2 numbers. How many times it worked? How many times it didn't?
so just put like 8/15, and that's what we'll.
Yeah.
But and it goes. He does not take shots that he knows he'll miss.
Yep.
So you could just go, and he's got his lucky thing. You go height of abilities, whatever. Copying, you copying whatever.
Mm-hmm.
His eyes can see the future. Where do we go from there?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you're about to do because I already know what's coming.
Yeah. So, hey, I'm just gonna make you trip. Yeah, fools, on your knees as you should be.
That's why it's the Emperor Eye, because you
Emperor-
bow down when I unleash it upon you.
It's like, I'm just looking like, who is this for? How could you want hard basketball stuff?
Who does?
In
want
your
hard
mind,
basketball?
how if you're just a rank and file fan, just somebody like, I enjoy Kuroko no basketball a lot. I love it. You can see them getting around 3 points from everywhere. You can see them getting around Almina, who's just really good at basketball.
Yeah.
This dude rocks up and just
Freestyle
like,
type of shit.
I can see the future. You look at me and you just start tripping. I can just walk past you and lazily shoot my shot. I ain't even sweating, pimp. How do you as a fan go, I know how they're gonna beat that? Where does your mind go? Are you just along for the ride? Because if you're just along for the ride, that's turning your brain off stuff. You cannot intuit, oh, he's just gonna go into the zone super good for his 3 minutes, and then he's gonna score 40 points and he'll never catch up. How do you map that out in your mind? And that's the problem with this. The zone bullshit.
And it's so different from something like Slam Dunk, which is a guy that does not know basketball learning about the fundamentals of basketball through essentially the entire series. He's just learning a little bit more every time. He's just working on his jumper. He's just working on rebounds. There's nothing spectacular going on in Slam Dunk. They're just all pretty good basketball players playing the game of basketball. Now, you'll get something like Gorilla Dunk, but that's just a hard dunk. It's not a specialized, nobody can stop this dunk.
Doors hammer and they're feeling the wind and they're getting knocked
None
over
of
by
that.
the wind pressure. What is going on here?
What do you think I think should be happening right there?
What is cut to the audience perspective? And they're just getting blown away by this really tall dude just dunking. It is ugly. Any other things we want to talk about before I go to my detailed notes of thoughts?
No, let's go to the note.
We'll do that.
Because as you go to the notes, it's going to bring up other stuff.
So as I was reading and watching, I just took note of things that particularly made me mad or just questioned things. Some of them are more coherent than others.
Of course.
Okay. Here, a question that I posed at the very beginning. I went back and wrote it at the top. And I worded this in a way that I was just like, I didn't understand it, but now I understand it. If this was more popular, would this be less popular? If more people knew about it, would more people be like, this is the drizzlish?
I don't think so, because we have Demon Slayer to look at for that exact same thing. It is literally, and people accept, it is literally doing nothing special. And yet,
because that's what I'm just like, it's not really hype stuff that's going on. I've not seen too much of Blue Lock. I don't know. I've seen laser shots, but that happens in your sports manga and anime and stuff like that, where it's just a really hard kick or pass or something.
And it's just a visual metaphor for it.
So I don't know what that's doing, but I have seen people that like, this dude is getting experimented on. What happened to the soccer that I love? So maybe that's not a good example.
But even with that, when I was reading Blue Lock, it was very much, we're going to put you through hellish training so you can become the greatest players that this place has ever seen. And if that's the case, it's just super hard training. Even the quote unquote experimentation might just be like blood work, because this was talked about a while ago on Opie and Anthony, where they'll take your blood, they'll put it in like a centrifuge, spin it to like reduce the inflammation, that type of stuff. Could simply be that type of stuff. I don't know the experimentation is going on, but could simply just be, hey, we're doing something to increase your stamina or reduce your inflammation so you can last longer. Who knows?
The next note was again written at the very end of my journey, where I just wrote, closed out. I wrote, BG has taken my power. This is everything I was making fun of iShield for. And it's just like Persona.
It's just like
where
Persona.
I was watching Persona. I was like, oh no, it's amazing. And I was just like, oh no, this is what that was. But that's just anime liberties that's being taken.
Absolutely. You read the manga, you're just like, oh yeah, the anime just kind of went goofy.
But this is just intentional.
This is the purpose of it. He's supposed to palm the ball and do a super fast shot, and it's supposed to blow past people. He's supposed to vanish. Phantom drive, phantom shot. You just lose sight of the ball as you go up. Why? What happens
And
there
then they
when
later-
you're looking at the ball? Because early on, I think it was Kisuke who was just like, hey, I can do it too. All right, keep your eye on me. He throws up the ball. The guy puts the eye on the ball. See, that's misdirection. That's all Kuroko's doing. You're looking. We've established you look at the ball. That's the problem. That's the misdirection he uses. So how does a shot vanish if you shoot the ball?
You must not remember. They explain it.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. They were like somebody in the course was just like, oh yeah, I figured it out. His eye line goes to somebody else, and
That
then they look at that other
zero!
person, and they try to explain it, and they do explain it, and we've explained it, so it's true.
Terrible.
Awful. I just wrote. The first thing that I wrote of the series proper was the generation of miracles.
Of course.
Because they were just going, there's these 5 months that is just, they was the... I'm just
And
like,
then the Phantom Six,
and I'm
man,
like,
I've heard word.
thank you very much.
Hey.
We will be going against them one at a time. And at that moment, the moment that they introduced the Uncrowned Kings, I'm like, okay, the main dude has like 4 of them.
Hey, is Kuroko name not appearing in a stat line of assists?
There's got to be something.
Why does nobody know who this is?
It makes no sense, but they say that he's invisible, so he is invisible. That's all there is into it.
The 5 baddest moms you done ever
You
seen.
know what? That was my
Crowning achievement.
I'm like, man, we're starting here. Next one, already beginning with the BS. Coach seeing people's stats. Chapter 1. I can even estimate his potential. What does that mean?
Yeah, the clothes present a problem because it obscures my vision of their stats a little bit. So some of it is.
And you can go, I can see their potential. But what is that? Is it potential if they just continue down this path? Is it potential if they do the beach running thing?
It's very much the gone situation of this is all my potential. Is it potential you'll ever have? Is it the peak of your potential? What does that mean?
Again, chapter 1. Here is a quote. Strong people have a particular smell. You don't smell like anything. Your strength is odorless. Actual quote. Peak. I'm like,
you should have knew right there. You should have knew right there.
I'm like, oh, this is what he wanted me to read. Because there's so many of these dumb, hokey lines like that where you just go,
even the light and shadow bullshit. I'm just
run that back to frame 1. Strong people have a particular smell. You can expand that and just like they come out the gym, they smell like sweat. You can smell the sweat on them a lot more than somebody who's working half as hard. That's what the smell is. But then you just go, your strength is odorless. I'm like, you don't just say that. My problem, okay, so this is I wrote this again, coming back to this. My problem with this and a lot of sports anime is that we see the beginning, we see a conflict, we see some of the middle, and then by the end, they're just like, we're down by 10 points, and that's really all that matters. And I'm not expecting to see every single shot, but they just go, hey, we're down.
There's a lot of that
to 20, and then the next time they come back, it's just like it's 8 points to 40.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in the manga where we'll be like, hey, it's the start of the game. Oh, it's 0-12. It's been 4 minutes and the score is tied. Okay.
Chapter 3. Somebody says, the generation of miracles are evolving at a much higher pace. I'm like, we have nothing to compare these people to.
Yeah, a much higher pace than what?
Than what?
The general Japanese.
Than each other? What does that mean? And that's another one of those things where it's just like, I don't know how to write things. I just have to build up hype. So these guys are strong, but they're even getting stronger. I understand the catalyst and getting into the big stuff, but in chapter 4, 2 of the miracles were introduced. A match was set up. They start the match. We haven't seen the level of skill of the normal player, and we aren't see why they're under such a huge opposition. So they just go, this guy is super good, and we have not seen a rank and file basketball player, so we have nothing to compare this to. If they had just played a practice game, you could be like, this guy, you know, it's a close match, whatever.
If they're a bunch of 7s, he's a 9 or something.
Yeah, but then they just go, nah, this guy is something different.
That would even lead up to the coach's stats thing, where it's just like, this team overall is like a 4, that player is a 6, that player is a 2, that player blah 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 blah. This guy is an 8.59, but then it would just be like Emperor Eye Man just broke the scale or something, or Mene. I can't even measure it.
Yeah, I feel like if the coach did try to look at his potential, it'd be all question marks or it'd be all zeros, and then it spikes up for a second, and you go, it spikes up off the charts, and then it's back to zero.
It would be zero, yeah. You'd think, oh, he's reached his potential. There's nowhere for him to go. So if we can beat this version of him, we've basically beaten everything he can ever be. And then it was just like, I misread it. The potential reset to zero.
Couldn't even do that.
You know that's the way it would have went. Because Kuroko is so by the numbers. My first manga, my first anime.
That's why I said it looks like it's written by somebody who has only ever read manga and anime.
Oh yeah, Daddy's a tall boy.
Chapter 6. They say in this chapter 4 different times, 4 different ways, he stole my move, but it's stronger. I'm like, we got it
better.
Chapter 7.
What? You could put Koro in the same tier as Yu Yu Hakusho because it was very hype and pretty.
And this was the chapter 7. This was the beginning of my thought of this is a 3-person game because it was Kuroko, it was Dunkman, and it was a 3-pointer. The other 2 people on the court did not matter. Yeah. And that's why I was just like, just cut it down. Futuristic basketball. You get 3 people. Maybe it's a stats-based thing. You get 100 stats point. Dunkman is a 50, 3-pointer guy is a 20, and then you just have to be like, okay, how are we gonna? Kuroko is a 0. He's almost nothing because of his potential. That and then make it that way because when they are not on screen, they don't matter. In I think it was the final game, everybody just broke off and had their own little matches with people, and Akatsuki or whatever his name is wasn't seen for like 15 minutes as 3-pointer man just like, how do I get all around this pervert? And nothing mattered except for that. And that's what it was. They made it seem so many times like it was just one-on-one with this basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how is Dunkman gonna get past Kisuke? He's got a whole team. And there's so many times when they're just like, I'll do this on myself. You can't, we're a team. Basketball. And then he does it, and then he does, and then they win. Because of course they win, but then they don't win sometimes, and they lose, and they go, oh, but we'll get them next time. And they do. Of course they do.
Yeah, have to bring back the old version of him where he had fun. Because then maybe he can start getting into the zone, the true zone, when he has love for the game again.
Chapter 8, 4 chapters into the first game. Don't introduce the names, quirks, and skills of the other players on the team. Do that earlier. Because the coach was just like, this cat guy, he's not really good at anything, but he's alright. He's been playing for a while.
He's pretty good at everything.
This guy doesn't talk. It's like, maybe we should have had that earlier. Because you're in the middle of the game, and you're just introducing these muffs. Like, they never matter.
No, especially when they get the new center back.
Yeah, Tepe comes on, and then that's another spot just gone. So it's always Kuroko, 3-pointer, Dunkman, Tepe, even when Tepe is injured, and Hawkeye. And Hawkeye uses Hawkeye Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye uses Eagle Eye like 4 times. It's chapter 11. He loves basket. They're talking about Dunkman. He loves basketball more than anyone. He's more serious than anybody about basketball. I wrote, we have seen none of this.
Oh, Kagame.
But they say it, so that means that it's true. And that was the beginning of me noticing it.
Yeah, like, there's never anybody that's just like, he's in the zone. Oh, wait, no, he's not. Like, I was wrong.
No, he's just really, really good. He's almost there. Because even with the zone stuff, just like only a zone person can match another zone person. If somebody else tried to get in their way, they'd just be mowed over. And that's another one-on-one game type of thing. Pass the ball to him, he's in the zone, get it in there. And that's just lame. Chapter 13, they have a black guy.
God, can we even win this? Have you seen that black guy?
Chapter 16.
At least Aishu was upfront about his racism. Hey, black people got better muscles,
So does
and I am racist. I am a racist man to black people.
16 chapters. Screen off.
Oh yeah, because I haven't hit it for a
Okay.
while.
I'm like,
yeah.
oh no.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, our screen just went blank because I haven't touched anything for a second.
Like, oh, it is hot. 16 chapters in. What is the focus? It's not the characters because we don't really know about the characters. We haven't really learned about them now. We don't know half of the team. The two mains are just themselves. They haven't really talked about their past or anything. It's not the game because we've skipped 2 games completely, and even
yeah, we did it.
yeah, a lot of that because they skipped 2 games. Like, yes, we did it. Even in the finals, where they were just like, "Oh, we're going up against so many of the miracles," except for in the semifinals, we just beat them.
Yeah, that was easy.
It's basically we need to find a way around this gimmick. They do, it's over. If there's no gimmick, there's no match. So I think there was one match where they didn't have a gimmick, and it was just like. It might have been one of the skip games because it was at this finals. They were just like, "Yeah, the bench people, let us play and you guys rest," and then they just beat them. Okay, chapter 20. The team with the because they go, this team has the best defense of all the teams right here. And they incorporate concepts of martial arts into their basketball to maintain.
Oh yeah, they got a weird rhythm.
Light on their feet and maintain speed. I'm like, more of this. Explain what you're doing and then do it. Hey, they're doing some kind of weird judo where they're twisting on their understandable. Yeah. Got it. Cool. Don't just say this buff is busting out threes from every which way but loose. Cause that don't work like that. Yeah. And that's why I was just like, more of that.
That would have been good.
Yes, but then and then there's so much of this of they just break past the defense, and I don't know how they did that. Did they try it for the first time and it worked? Were they just underestimating the guy? Was it really that hard? And they just go, he did it.
Yeah.
And we just have to accept that they did
statement.
It. Eagle Eye was introduced, and 2 chapters later, it was cucked out. Hawkeye was just like, oh no, he's just better.
Yeah. I don't know how his ability is better than mine. I don't know why. I don't know what he's done to enhance his ability. I don't even know how I gained my ability. His is just better factually. And I know this. I personally know it's just better.
I can feel this. I can intuit this. Chapter 28. They say that the main dude sucks at 3-pointers. The guy somebody says he can't shoot outside shots. This has never been established. Chapter 28. You would think that they would have...
yeah, they did say that. And it's not like we've seen him play street ball or something.
Nothing.
And it's just like he's trying to shoot from the outside.
No practice. No nothing. They just in the middle of a game, 28 chapters in, just go, this guy cannot do this. And we should have known that earlier. But yeah, just no time or something.
Guess what happens in Slam Dunk? You're not good at this thing, so you're going to do it 600 times.
That makes sense. But they just go, hey, don't even worry about that. Dunk the ball. Hey, what if there's this really tall guy where I can't dunk the ball? Dunk the ball. And that's all you got. So,
I know you said I have 2 jumps left. But I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to do another jump.
What? I know I wrote that down. I know I did. So, this happened every single time. As they were beating one miracle, they would flash to another miracle that is being introduced in either shadows or half of their face are shown.
Or they're walking up and talking to somebody.
And then they appear after they lost and they trash talk the person that they just lost to. It happens.
Oh, they lost? Well, they must not have been very strong.
It is the repeating nature of it, and it just keeps happening. The studying chapter 36, a perfect chance for comedy and character. It was not. Kuroko's No Basket is not funny.
No.
It is really, really not funny. And I don't know where the humor derives from.
I'll tell you, if I were more in the mood to laugh, I would have laughed when Kagami was like, Kuroko, you never told me you were some type of brainiac when they were just like, yo, his scores are super average. And then it's just like, oh no. And then, okay, it's the setup, it's the build-up, you know what's coming. He's an idiot. Fine. But then we get the rest of the chapter, which is just literal zero.
Midorima, the green three-pointer guy, and Kisuke, when they lose and they're commenting on the game, they lose all personality. It is just, I am commenting, three-pointer is just like, I'm commenting Kisuke every now and again with like girls. But I compared that to Ippo, where they always keep their personality. Even in the stands.
Sendo when he lost.
Yes. Bald guy, I'm blanking on names. The 2 weak people in the gym. Aoki. Yeah, they always just like, I don't know what is going on. And Takamura has to be like, here's what's going on. And then they be like, oh, we can't stand up to. They are themselves. But these people are not really characters. So they're just explaining
their arrogance.
Most of them are just arrogance. First, frame one, that is their personality. And it breaks. This guy is arrogant and he likes food.
This guy is arrogant and he's super arrogant.
Are you talking about Almina?
Yes.
Yes, you are doing it.
Just arrogance on arrogance.
And then he just softens up and it's like, oh, yo, it's this motherfucker. After seeing the street baller, Almine, where do we go from here? It's so uninteresting that he's amazing at everything. And then that's when I was just like, so how did anybody else in the generation of miracles do anything while he was around?
Yeah, why wouldn't he just get the ball at all times?
Because he's
just be the best.
He's a one man in Wrecking Ball.
He's gotten so good, it's just not fun no more. Shut the up.
Chapter 49. Whenever Kuroko or the main dude gets subbed in, I never know who is getting swapped out because they're the only two that matters. We don't know what they lose by having Silent Guy on the field or
game
on the bench. We don't know. It's just these two people are out. Everything else doesn't matter.
Wow, they took Kagame and Kuroko out this early?
They figured out Kuroko, so he's on the bench. And then Silent Guy comes in, and he doesn't matter. Or the cat mouth guy, and he doesn't matter. We don't see anything with them because they don't matter. Chapter 54. They constantly hid people's faces. They did it with Almine. They did it with Midorima, green hair guy, three-pointer. They did it with Tepe. This isn't a, hey, this guy, we saw him in the stands before, or he was watching us play street ball, or he was watching us come to the gym. These are just normal-looking people. Why keep them in shadows for like a chapter? There's no suspense. It's just, oh, here he is.
It's not even like they've got some super weird design, or they were messing with the players somehow. And they were messing with them, but we as the audience know they're messing with them, but we don't know who this person is. But it actually turns out to be one of the miracle generations.
So in the chapter 64, Almine versus Kisuke, I wrote, why should we think that Kisuke, who lost to the team, our team, in the first 10 chapters can beat this guy?
Before they got all their abilities and shit.
Before they were even really a team. Before Tepe was there. Why should we think that he can beat Almine? There's no reason to think that. So what does he do? That's when the perfect copy starts coming. Chapter 68. Kisuke goes, between Almine and me, who will win? And that's the problem. They aren't treating this like a team sport.
Yeah. It is literally a one-on-one sport until it's a series of one-on-one sports until it needs to be something more.
Chapter 70. Kisuke is inches away from a dunk. Almine has enough time to think, speak, run, jump, and block that dunk. That's that magic time.
So fast.
That's all you can say. It's just like, he's Almine. He's super fast. So everybody shut up. He did it. And there's so many times like that where Murasaki Bara because they keep saying his full name the whole time. I'm like, is that his first name now? No, that's just his first name. And they just go, oh, Murasaki Bara. As he's doing it, it's like, oh, Murasaki Bara. I'm like, shut up. Just say Bara. But he's just like, well, there are 3 people here. If you pass it all the way over there, I'm still on them because I got long legs. I can just do 1 step and I'm already on them. So there's nothing that you can do. And that's that magic time bullshit that you can just go, there's no way that anybody can block this dunk. No feasible possible way. Except they do. Because they're so good.
He's so fast.
Chapter 71. His head is starting to hurt because of his ... copy abilities. He just go, oh, my head. I'm like, what is happening to you? You can't pretend like this is magic and you have an MP bar and it is running out with every copy. You're burning 10 MP.
It's that Jean Grey Rogue from X-Men Evolution, where her power just kind of overload because she's absorbed so many people over the years. I guess that's what happened there. He's absorbed too many people and used it too much. So now his brain has just overloaded.
What? But they just have to explain that. And this has never been a problem. They're just like, yeah, doing this too much hurts. And nobody else is just like, yeah, doing the big step hurts my leg. Or Emperor I drape. Emperor has no downsides. But his hurts his head.
Ad infinitum.
He can do the perfect copy of all of them for 3 minutes exactly. Aomine goes to Kisuke and goes, Kisuke, you lost because of your friends. And I wrote, Kuroko will prove him wrong because Kuroko's basketball is friendship. I was almost right.
No, you were kind of right.
I was there. But that's obviously where they were going. But then they lost and you just go, well, now what? Well, then they just beat him with the zone.
Yep, next time.
Chapter 72. They go, his legs are shot. No wonder. Copying a miracle must be more than what most people can handle.
There's only one guy that can handle it, and it's the copy guy.
Yeah, and the stealing guy, maybe. But I'm just like, you're just saying, what do you mean? You could easily just go, Aomine moves differently from him. He shifts his weight to like his right foot.
His body's different, so it's more built for his stuff.
So it's the twisting that hurts his ribs. He's not used to moving that way. When you're working out a muscle that you don't normally work out, it hurts like that. And he's doing it over and over and over again. They could have said that, but they dropped it at the copy hurt him. And you just gotta go,
I guess it did. Because y'all said it, so it must be true.
Chapter 75. The first time that the ring around dude's neck is questioned, he wears it, question the ring he wears for the first time directly into that dude coming from America to Japan, playing the same street ball tournament that was introduced in this chapter. That's that bullshit of, hey, what's that ring? Oh, it's my friend. Oh, there's my friend. He came from America.
Because people don't have the capacity. Because we just did a revisit on a dude just like, that happened 80 chapters ago. How am I meant to remember that?
But the same chapter.
Doesn't matter.
It's such bullshit.
It absolutely
I'm sitting there just like, well, obviously dude's gonna show up. And I'm like, okay, it's gonna be the finals of the street ball. Turn page. Oh, there he is. Don't just do that. Chapter 78. I hate that we saw so many flashbacks of the Miracle Gen, but the Miracle Jenner that wasn't introduced was not in the flashback. So when they flashed back to Kisuke and Kuroko, Aomine was not there. Never before we saw Akutsu or whatever his name is did we ever see him, even though he was the starting dude. And that just made it feel just so, it's a mystery
artificial
of who this guy is. And it's like, it's not a mystery because there he is. And that's all it is to it.
It's not like he was a weak player on like the street ball. It's not like that where, oh my God, it's him. No, you're just him. You're just
It's
walked
just
up.
some guy
You're
that
just-
rocks up.
We don't know you, so why should we care
It's not
about the
reincorporating
mystery?
anything that happened before or anything. It is just a guy rocking up. Chapter 79. They have already established the ceiling, so now everybody who's good must be compared to one of the miracles. Happened to the main dude's friend, happened with Tepe, and it's happening with the main dude now. So that's the entire ceiling. There's nobody that can be good without being compared to the generation of miracles. Three-pointer man, what does he ever do other than shooting three-pointers?
That's all he ever
Nothing.
needs to do.
But that I'm talking about on our team.
Oh,
the
yeah.
barrier jumper.
Yeah.
He never does anything else.
Yeah, he
He's
doesn't
not
hit
as
like a
good.
super good crossover or something.
But every mob that rocks up that are just like they are very, very good, they have to turn to the camera and go, generate your generation of miracles.
Oh, this is what I wanted to bring up to you at some point. Do you know what happens after the series is over? Because they had an anniversary that showed what everybody went on to do years later when they're in their adulthood.
That's what I wanted to see in the series, but it just kind of ended.
You know why? Nobody makes the league. Nobody plays basketball. They're all policemen and teachers. Oh, D.A. Absolutely, sir. Would you like to see the picture?
I would like to see the picture. You can do that as I'm doing this. Chapter 85. That is the first time that they introduced. There are 5 other people just as talented as the Miracles, but totally weren't the Miracles for some reason. There's nothing like, there is no stats girl just going, stats of 85 Miracles are at least 95. There's nothing like that. Tepe is just like, he is one of those 5 muffs, but he's just not as good as them for some reason.
You can keep going. I'm still.
Chapter 83. The main dude does a dunk from the free throw line, and all the other Miracles feel it. They all just go, "What was that?" It's like they're all connected. That looks like fan art. Or is that it?
I'm just looking for the
actual.
Yeah, the what everybody did. You can keep going. Yeah.
So, chapter 105. What makes the cheater guy another one of the uncrowned kings? They never say anything about it. He just goes, yeah, I'm pretty good, but he cheats a lot. But he's one of the uncrowned miracles. Why? And that's another example of, hey, we just said it. Chapter 113 was the introduction of Akashi. All who oppose me die, including my own parents. What the was that? That was his introduction. Chapter 115, Ignite Past Kai. They explain it as the ball spins and can fly further and faster. Moving on. And I realized I didn't even write down his invisibility, none of the invisible passes, none of the explanations, because it's just a whole lot of invisible paths. Oh, he did it. Oh my goodness, invisibility. Chapter 119. He must have sensed Kuroko's breathing and rhythm to stop the vanishing drive. I didn't write it down, but I just wrote, the explanation for misdirect is so cheeks.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it was. I don't remember, but it's gone now. I wrote down mind reader. Misdirect overflow. He can make other people disappear. Which is just another example of what is going on here. What do the people on the stand see?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, they don't see Kuroko. They already don't see him. Because regular people literally on the court don't see him.
But they showed it in the anime as the misdirect overflow. It's basically the dude blinked and the dude that he was guarding was gone. And he goes, what? And then you go, misdirect overflow. So what happened there? He was not looking away. He wasn't looking at anybody else. He blinked and the muff was gone. somebody says, of course Kuroko is tired. With so many targets, Overdrive takes more out of him than a normal misdirect. What does that mean?
There it is.
That's so lame. Just don't do it.
There we go. Chefs.
Is it on screen?
Fireman. No, because, sometimes. But I can't just download this and add it.
Chef makes sense.
Police officer.
Who is the guy on the top right?
Super tall dude. Silent Man, I think.
What? Yeah, no, just this is lame. And you have to sit there and just go, Midorima, has he ever displayed any interest in being a doctor? Or any sort of analyzing people's body or anything?
I was trying to see if somebody translated it.
Oh, you can put it on the screen while you look, though.
Yeah. Oh, well.
But that's just another example of these aren't characters. This guy likes to eat a lot, so now he is a chef. That is his main trait other than being lazy and not liking basketball, but actually super liking basketball because he was able to get into the zone.
Now, to be the most fair, this might be an April Fool's joke by the people that created it. But there you go.
By the
Author,
anime.
mangaka, whatever.
Because, again, that's what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Just some kind of what's going on now.
No.
It's just like, yep, and basketball continues.
Because once you beat everybody, what's left for you?
So, Kuroko goes, when Aomine shoots, I'll distract him with my overflow. And then somebody on the bench goes, will that work? And then the coach goes, on a normal shot, no. But because he'll be moving so fast, he'll be able to be distracted easier. I'm like, what do you mean? Shouldn't you be focused on the thing that you're not looking at 50 places in a row. You're looking at the thing that you're trying to do.
The only thing I can think of is because you're moving so fast that if something twitches in a way you're not expecting, maybe your eye focuses on it for a second. Shrug shoulders.
So this is when I started watching the anime, and I don't have chapters or episodes anymore because I was just like, couldn't be bothered because so many things are happening at once. I'm like, do I want to pause and prolong this, or is things just gonna happen? So this was the introduction of the zone. They go, the zone's time limit comes with a recoil. Because we state that it just tires you out, it just does.
Which is not how the zone works in actual basketball and other
it
sports.
Can't just be a pop your super ability and then you're just good. Yeah. No, it has to have some kind of downside. And for some reason, you just get tired.
It drains so much stamina.
And
so if you were in the zone and just stood still, would you get tired? Because it's not like you're expanding your muscles or doing
don't explain it, and that's why it's so in cheeks.
Peanut, our brother loves All American.
Aomine whispers something to Kuroko. We as the audience cannot hear it. That's when he was helping him make his vanishing shot. We as the audience can't hear it. In the exact same episode, it's revealed that he said, "Don't lose." Why not? What was the point of not showing that then and there? I hate that crap because it happens again. I don't know what it is, but once it happens, I'll say it because I'm sure I wrote it down. But that's just like, he didn't say anything poignant.
Yeah. He
wasn't like, you're always my friend. He was just like, don't lose. Why did the wind need to rustle and it panned to Kuroko? He's just like, oh, as if he said something super important.
Mm-hmm. Like reveal somebody's like weakness or something.
Yeah.
I will say, before you get to it though, I really liked him going, hey, there's a reason I made sure Kuroko didn't develop his shooting and all that stuff. Cause now people are paying attention to you after you made that big shot. It's just like, oh, you done stuck.
Yeah. You're worthless now.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Murasaki Bara, he goes, my defense covers everything in the 3-point range. And I just go, no, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Absolutely. If you're on one side of the 3-point and then you pass it to the person on the other side, I'm there.
Vice Claw. They go, yeah, he caught the rebound. The very next shot, it goes to the scoreboard and it is 0-18. They are celebrating getting the ball with Vice Claw, and this dude's huge bear claw hands, and it's like, yeah, cut to getting blown out.
There's a meme that I love so much. I don't know if it's Chris Paul or somebody. It's just like they hit a amazing 3-pointer to cut the score to 20 point down. It's just like you did this great shot and you're down like 27 points.
In succession, Phantom Shot, combo into Mirage Shot. Ooh, that's something. The main dude's rival goes, your basketball can't protect anything. I went, Jesus Christ.
Here we go.
Colorado over Harvard. He was accepted to Harvard to play for the Buffaloes in college, a second-round pick, and Paul gets a triple. Chris Paul has picked the fourth quarter.
It's a huge 3 to cut the lead down to 42. It's just the best.
Mirage Shot is a double release shot that changes the air pressure. And I wrote 5 question marks.
Because you see, it's supposed to be cutting through the air, but instead it doesn't. Then it does.
It's so dumb. Thor's hammer, which is just a big dunk. I was done. I feel that I was just done. Falling Star Dunk Meteor Jam. That is the full name of the dunk.
See, it's not even something like Eagle Spear where it's just like, oh, I know where this is going. It's just, I am so frustrated and this is so dumb. I need to say it, but I have no words for it.
That's all that needs to be said. So it's just the end of the game, and tall guy, he's in the zone, and he goes over to the other side of the court. And I wrote, tall guy never had a single problem with his leg all game. He's in the zone, he's by himself. All of a sudden, he can't jump. That was so lame. It established that his big jumps take a lot out of him. Establish that. And just go, okay, but he's all by himself and in the zone. And he can't jump. That makes no sense. They do a full court pass. Tall guy is super fast. He's in the zone. He goes to shoot. Can't. Hesitates for a second. Kuroko, who is slow and tired, catches up to him in 3 seconds. They show him running, gets in front of him, and then blocks him. No, he didn't.
That's how Kuroko is. We saw the stats on his legs. He's totally able to do that.
Murasaki Bara, he's not gonna quit. He actually doesn't hate basketball. We never saw any indication of this outside of him being able to go into the zone, which apparently means you must love basketball.
Yeah, you have to have passion for basketball.
So that's the only indication of this. All the time that we've seen him, he's just been, I don't care about basketball. I
hate this.
Whatever. I don't care. Who gives a... Now as he's crying, going, we lost, I just wanted to win, they just go, no, he actually really liked basketball. You know why? Because he's not a bad guy. Bad guys hate basketball. He lost, so he is redeemed, and he must love basketball now. Because that is all that separates the good guy from the bad guy. Basketball and basketball. The stealing guy, another guy that rivals the Miracle, another guy who is the villain specifically because he hates basketball. They go, when he steals the shot, They go, the scoop shot. They go, a scoop shot. But that's that guy's move. I'm like, it's just a scoop shot. It's nothing special. But they're just
like a sky hook or something.
Yeah,
it's just
like,
something anybody can
just
do.
did it. Anybody can just shoot the shot.
Oh my God, he did the layup.
This guy can copy moves, but he uses it differently, so it throws off your rhythm, so you can't use it anymore. He doesn't copy them, he steals them. 3 exclamation marks. Whatever, what does that, and they try to be like, yeah, they saw him using the move, and he sort of shifts his weight to his right foot, so then you do it implicitly and you screw up. Like, so you've been doing this shot for presumably all of high school. You see somebody else do it and you just go, that dang.
Yeah, and it's sort of like he's forcing you to copy his ability of your copied ability, which is dumb.
Yeah, and they never go, well, after a certain amount of time, you'll get it back. We don't know anything about that.
It's so weird because you have like muscle memory. Why just watching somebody and then go, oh, I'm supposed to be doing it this like that?
But we said it,
and it's so
and that it is true.
So it must be
2 sentences back to back. I thought he couldn't copy the Miracles moves. That's when he starts copying the Miracles moves. And they go, well, he can, but it's gonna take a toll on him, so he can probably only use it for 5 minutes. What? What's the toll? Why 5 minutes in particular?
What does 3-point shooting from green hair glasses do? What type of toll does that take on your body? Like, I can understand how
MyAnimeLists where he's doing street ball and stuff, but you're
not used to that shit. But yeah, you're literally just shooting.
This is when they do the Akashi's team, and I just wrote hard dribble, freaking shockwave dribble. He goes, 3 should be enough. Oh yeah, that dude. And then somebody on the stands goes, something about his dribbling makes me uneasy. He goes, he was only using 3 fingers, and he's doing this super hard dribble, and then somehow just gets past them. Whatever is happening as he's doing his dumb shockwave dribble bush. And I'm like, whatever, man.
And then
just lose.
And then he ups the fingers.
Yeah, he's like, and then they literally go, he's got 2 more fingers. And then when he pops the 5 fingers, I'm like, I see no difference between this and 3.
But the characters do.
But they do. And this dude's like, oh, you've earned 5 fingers. And they're like, oh, the thunder dribble.
I could barely beat 3, and now it's 5.
What? Who cares? Emperor Eye is introduced.
Of course.
Lame backstory with the 3-pointer guy and his friend on the episode that they lose. Why do that then and there? Because then it's just like teamwork.
Because now everybody's sad.
Quote, the Miracles were forbidden to go all out because their bodies hadn't caught up to their potential.
Yeah. They were too good for their bodies.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, too good for their bodies. So, those 3-point shots could have stubbed his wrist, but now his wrist is all, oh yeah.
Quote, I didn't need to do it, but I used my Emperor Eye for a moment just to see the trajectory. Whatever.
Then why'd you do it?
Who is this for?
You didn't need to. If you didn't need to, why'd you do it?
Storytelling is all over the place. Right before the match with Kisuke, Kuroko's like, because you took the spot in the starting team of Miracles, I always thought of you as a rival. It's last minute stuff like that that gives it more weight to the match.
Absolutely.
And it was never established that.
Yeah, we didn't see
no
beforehand.
Hints, no nothing. So you just got to be like, and then there's like 4 or 5 times in the match where he's just like, he's my rival. It's like, no, what?
But they said it.
They just say it.
So it must
be. And now we need to make this more important. So they're just rivals. It's not Kisuke trying to get revenge for the first time that he lost. It's not him working through his injury. No, Kuroko is his rival. What? Quote, they're gonna face off the Phantom Shot versus the Perfect Copy.
This is
Monk
not
is
basketball.
yelling this.
This is not
Who
basketball.
is this for?
It's time, y'all. I can't believe it. Get hyped.
Finally!
Perfect Copy versus...
Kisuke used Perfect Copy for 3 minutes, and 2 different people were like, he can only use it for 2 more minutes. They can tell this implicitly.
Yeah.
And I hate that.
And they're right.
And they're right!
the worst.
And they're right!
That's the worst part of it.
He can only use, because Kisuke goes, yeah, I can only use it for 2 more minutes. Coach is just like, you're on the bench for until the last 2 minutes of the game where you can use your Perfect Copy again. What? The problem with the games being focused on 2 or 3 people, it means that we don't get times with the others. So in the second to last game, everyone is like, I'm here and here's my weakness and I've overcome it, which was the Akatsuki match.
Yeah.
Everybody was in that with this like that. And it just feel meaningless because who are you? And in this game with the introduction of the Eagle Spear, that's when the rando first year comes on the court and they're just like, oh, he's always been here. He's not a character. This is Eagle Spear. I just wrote down Eagle Spear. Not changing the direction he's facing dramatically increases his speed. But is something like that even possible?
He reached behind his back.
He reached behind his back. That's all he did.
Like, why would, what's not? Oh, because he can see the overhead court, so he can see where the ball is. So that's why it's possible for him. Otherwise, other people would dribble away. And except, the times it doesn't work.
Eagle Spear, 1-0. If Kisuke's leg wasn't messed up, his team would have won. Seirin is not as good as that other team.
No.
But they only lost because Kisuke was on the bench for so long. If he was on the field, just not even doing the copy stuff, just there playing, because they barely,
he's really good.
Barely won.
Without his ability, he's really good.
So,
like glasses, green hair dude, he's not very good outside of his I'ma shoot wherever I want.
It was established that the Phantom Pass was hard to catch. Kisuke does it and his teammate catches it with no problem. You're gonna set up something like, because they pass and they just go, my hand, and then Kisuke does it and his teammate catches it perfectly.
But he's different.
2 quotes. Well, the second quote was extrapolated by me, obviously.
Of course.
He's only had 2 minutes of perfect copy, but he's extending it to 4 minutes. And the next quote I just wrote, yes, he is.
Okay.
No explanation.
But how can he?
But how?
What
Y'all
did he
have
do?
established at least 4 different people at this point and just went, copy, perfect copy, 2 minutes. And they're just like, nah, he can just do it longer now. And they're just like, well, now we have to figure something else out. Eagle Spear worked the first time and was blocked the next 2 times. Eagle Spear, 1-3.
1 and 2 technically. 1 out of 3.
It was worked 1 time, didn't work 3 times.
Oh, I thought it said block the next 2 times.
Oh yes, it was. Yeah, that's where it happened there. Because I wrote, the people aren't cheering for a sad face, because they were just like, the people are cheering for the other team, Kisuke team, or whoever it was. I forget who it was, but they were just like, well, they're cheering for them and not us. And then they were sad. I'm like, y'all have been
the underdog.
Shut the up.
The visiting team.
Now Eagle Spear is 1-3.
There we go. What happened? It's not even possible. Well, I beat the impossible.
1-3. Anime time has never been worse. They did 14 things in the 4 seconds of the end of the Kisuke match. That's when it was just like, they're running, they're talking, they're jumping. It's all this other bullshit that they're doing. I'm just like,
good.
The wristband Kuroko wears was his friend's wristband.
Oh,
kind of like the ring was this other dude's friend. It was from his friend. And I just wrote down 1 story.
It is out of nowhere.
Nothing!
Dude. When that happened, I went, what wristband? I've been watching this month the whole. It's not even like he plays with it or looks at it.
Or where's my wristband? Nothing.
It's literally, hey, this was my friend, and some went down.
But that's all. I'm wearing an important thing for my friend. It's just like the main dude. Come on now.
Kagame.
The captain likes the coach. Never established, never followed up on.
Yep. Never finished.
He's cutting her hair, which short hair, way better look than a long hair. But he's cutting her hair, and he's just like, oh, I need to ask her out on a date. I'm like, achoo! I'm like, where is this coming from? Y'all, where's the conversation that y'all have outside of hard basketball?
What are we doing for the basketball and the basketball team? What do y'all have in common that's not basketball?
At the beginning of the Akasa fight, the three nobody first year randos just go, Kuroko, wear this wristband. It has all of our spirits in it. He goes, yeah. Whatever.
What do y'all spirits do? Like you're basically just yelling at me, we're friends, please win. Like what does this mean to me? Y'all are on the bench.
Eagle Spear. 2 and 3.
Hey!
Eagle Spear. 2 and 4.
Oh, Eagle Spear.
That's when they just go, oh, Kuroko, you don't up. Everybody's looking at you. But this guy, he's Kuroko 2.0, baby.
Oh, yeah. I forgot
he's taller. He can shoot.
He can do all the things you want on top of.
Thank you. I'm losing it. Void shot. Heaven shot. Earth shot. Thank you. This is what I want. Muscle rebound. Muscle dunk. That's the black guy.
Of course, him got muscles. That's all we know.
I'm sitting there just like, is this all that you do? You're just a strong guy? How can other people tell that other people are going into the zone? He's going. How can other people tell he's going deeper into the zone?
They can feel it.
Eagle Spear. 2 and 5.
Oh no, Eagle Spear
against the hard dribble man.
Of course.
Eagle Spear. 2 and 6.
No.
That's when he was just like, I've gotta get past this 5-finger dribble man, and he kept trying things. Eagle Spear is now 2 and 6. Last game of the show, Catmouth Dude gets something, and it's basically nothing.
What did he get?
He got on the field, and they're just like animal instincts, and then they compare. Yeah, I forgot about that part. I forgot about the animal instincts because it's nothing. He's like a wild beast. Whatever that means. This wild beast following the rules of basketball, dribbling in the hoops and the lines and when he's supposed to, and not traveling and not fouling. He's an animal. I told. And then he was just, they're like, oh, he's a tiger. He's a boar. And then he's like, he's a cat. And then he's on the field for like 2 plays, and then he's back on the bench.
Good job.
The zone is a door. When you open the door, you go into the water. The deeper you go into the water, the deeper you go into the zone. At the very bottom, there's a faceless individual guarding the second door. Sure. You can only enter the zone by loving basketball. That was stated here. And I just went, does does Aomine love basketball? Murasaki Bara, does he love basketball?
Or does he love the feeling of like winning in basketball?
Pseudo Emperor Eye. No.
Why not?
No, because
that doesn't really tell me anything. Why can't I? Why can't everybody just use other people's abilities?
Why not?
What is it about 3-Point Man that makes it so he can do 3 points from anywhere, but I can't?
So this is when they were going into Akashi's mind, and it's just like he's got the good one and the evil one. It's just like, we just want to be good. It's like basketball.
Yes,
he has
2 abilities.
But basketball, I created you when my basketball wasn't enough. When
So
they
I
started
needed
beating me, and then I got scared that they were all gonna overcome me in basketball.
My parents expected perfection and greatness.
And you became the basketball. But now I'm taking over.
You're getting beaten, and now it's my time to shine. I want to see Kuroko.
And then his eyes change back to one single color. And he's worse at basketball, but he's better at basketball because now he's relying on his friends.
Yep.
Because before, it was just like, y'all are useless. Y'all don't matter. Give me the ball. And
I'm gonna take this over.
They all just accepted it.
Yeah,
and now
the emperor.
And now they're better because they're all playing. And that is the true basketball.
It's already been decided.
Yeah.
Even if it's set in stone, I'll smash that future. Hey,
No, it
Dutch,
doesn't.
Shut up, you nerd.
No, it
Dutch,
doesn't.
I wish you would have told us that.
No,
Thank
it
you for the
doesn't.
super chat, Dutch. In the movie Good and Evil Fuse, that movie sounds terrible.
Everyone is in the zone, but not really. They're on the edge of the zone due to Akechi's influence. Functionally, what is the difference between the edge of the zone and the zone itself? Never established.
Yeah. So the zone, they say something at some point in the series of like, even if you're at your peak, a player is only using like 80% of their potential abilities. So the zone, you would assume, breaks you into 90%, and then the true zone breaks you into 95%, and then the ultra super secret zone is the 100%, whatever.
And it's like perfected such that it doesn't tire you out.
Yeah. So
It's
maybe
efficiency.
maybe the edge of the zone would be 85%, but it's not established.
No.
So I don't know how much better you are on the edge of the zone than in the zone.
And none of these people have been established to love basketball. They could have been like, that's their trigger. They don't love basketball, so this is the height of somebody normal who's just playing it.
They would be in the zone if they cared about the sport.
I'm done at this point. I just wrote the true zone is friendship.
Of course it is.
And it just kind of ends.
Mm-hmm.
They win, and then they just celebrate for 15 minutes, curtain down.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I expected something in the future of them like in the Olympics or something. Y'all,
my big lip is...
It is repugnant.
It is the worst sports thing I have ever read. And it is probably in the bottom 5 things I've ever read in terms of manga.
I agree. This is a hard 2.
And if you ask me if it's worse than Demon Slayer, it's way worse than Demon Slayer.
There are
Way
things
worse.
that I like and appreciate in Demon Slayer. I can count on one hand the things that I like and appreciate in Kuroko's No Basket.
It's so bad.
It is.
And every game, the structure, the structure that's coming. We're gonna get large swaths of time where they're just down by 15 and they're catching up now. You're gonna get, this is his ability, we have to find a way. Well, we just have to either turn up our abilities or gain a new ability, and then that guy just overcomes that overcome, so we have to overcome the overcome with overcoming his ability.
There's always going to be oh no, Kuroko's abilities are no longer working.
They're not valid at this point. So get on the bench, cuck. Oh wait, no, never mind. Just let me keep trying. All right. Super pass, phantom drive, vanishing shot.
So the final score for Eagle Sphere was 2 times that it worked and 6 times that it did not work.
That is a 1 in 3 time of working.
Horrific.
And this is your ability.
This is
this is everything you have.
You are the outside of Eagle Eye,
which doesn't really get used.
No, it doesn't.
It's not like it's Eagle Eye and it's like, oh, I can see Kuroko. They can't. So I'm gonna do this weird behind the back pass, and Kuroko's gonna direct it to the person that he sees that needs the pass. It's nothing of an overhand. Oh, they're doing a zone formation. So if they get put over there, we're gonna get blocked out, and they're gonna come over and they're gonna pick us off, leaving him wide open for the 3. It's nothing offensively, defensively that is used for Eagle Eye. It is just said in that game, and then maybe used twice more ever.
It's crazy. and this is all you've got. This is the only thing keeping you from the bench.
Eagle Eye and Eagle Spear.
And that's another thing. I'm like, silent characters.
That smells good. What is that?
Strawberry kiwi something or other.
Okay. Oh, from the.
But silent characters always have a big moment where they speak. That is the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is a moment that they can have. That's a moment that only they can have.
Yeah.
It happens in Needless. It happens in Sket Dance. Oh, it happens in Sket Dance. It happens in basically anything competent where there's a silent character and their gimmick is they are silent. It never happens here. And I'm just like, what? Because he's not a character. He is we need a certain amount of people to make a basketball team. And you are simply one of them.
How many characters would you say are characters in Kuroko's basketball? Because I'm thinking 4.
Kuroko, main dude, Almine,
Coach.
Coach.
I think Coach is a character.
I think that all of the generation are.
I can't say that.
Murasaki Bara is. He's got his I like food stuff. Outside of the I'm carrying a cactus today.
This is why I think they're not characters. They're character quirks in a character.
Yeah. You know what? It's never, and it's not like you really need a hard establishment of why is Murasaki Bara lazy, but he's just a lazy guy. Because we see Almine's downfall to the only person that can stop me is me. We see that. But Murasaki Bara is inlaid boring. It'd be something that was just like, I'm good at all the sports that I've tried. I've never really had to try. So everything comes easy. I'm super smart. Everybody likes me. I can eat whatever I want and I'll never gain weight. It doesn't matter. And that could be what stems from it. But we never see it. And it's not, again, like, it's not something that we necessarily need to see.
But it's something that would make him a character.
It's his main character quirk. It's his character trait of him just going, because the coach, when the Murasaki Bara match is going on, he just goes, the coach I think it's a girl, but she just goes, normally I wouldn't let somebody just stand around like that. But Murasaki Bara, he needs to be right there. That's where he's best at. So it's established that everybody accepts this dude as who he is and how his abilities work. Back in the past when they're doing their generations, when they're all hanging out and stuff, he's stealing people's food and they just go, oh, Murasaki Bara. It's like, okay, he likes food a lot. Is that really, where is this coming from?
Teppei is a character.
Teppei is a character. But his character is my knee. My knee though.
And I'm gonna keep pushing through this knee.
Ah, my knee. Oh, muscle knee. Shut the up, black guy. I think that there are at least 10 characters.
I think you're.
So we've got Kuroko, we've got main dude.
Yeah,
we've got Coach.
We got Coach.
We got Almine.
Yep.
We've got Teppei.
Yep.
Oh no.
You have 2 times what you just named left.
I will double up and say I will count these 2 people as one. I will say 3-point man, green hair 3-point man, and his friend. Because the friend is just like, I trust you. We see why they trust each other. We see him just going, you beat me back when I was in junior high and I wanted you to remember me and you didn't even remember me. But
These
that's cool.
2 half characters create a character.
Yeah, I will count them as 1. So we can go 6.
I wouldn't say Daddy's a character.
Who's Daddy?
Oh, they didn't know how to say his name, the first black dude. So they were like, Kuroko, we need a nickname. That was one of
my laughs.
It was just like, Daddy.
Yeah, because they would just go, uh-oh, there's Daddy. And he goes, what?
Who's gonna stop Daddy?
There can't. I would count Kisuke.
I'll give you Kisuke.
We're up to 7. Give me Akashi. Because we see him from a child. We see why he's acting like this. We see his mentality.
Is he 2 character traits that are separate based on the split personality?
We see why the split personality comes about. We see nobody's better than me. and I'm gonna showcase that because he was gonna lose to Murasaki Bara.
We already established that arrogance is the base level of who these people are.
But he wasn't like that before almost losing to Murasaki Bara, and that's when it unlocked, and that's when he just became that guy.
But that again, that's the before Bara character trait, and then the after Bara character trait. It's just two character traits split based on who the personality is at the moment.
He's able to go into the zone, so he likes basketball. He said that he's playing basketball because that was the one thing that his father let him do, and his mom introduced him to it, and his mom died.
Sure, okay, I'll give you.
We're up to 8, baby. We're up to 8.
Couldn't even field the basketball team with this many people.
Man, come on. Come on.
2 more.
All of our team is dead.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The Miracles team, dead.
Mm-hmm. The trainer, dead.
I'm not going to count the dog.
No, of course. What?
I'm not going to count the coach's dad.
No.
Which was very weird. Where he's just like, oh, my little girl, you left your underwear on the ground. I'm like, who are you? Why are you a person? Dude. Somebody in chat, give me a name. Because we gotta get to 10.
I don't think you're gonna get to 10. I honestly.
Yeah, because the generation of miracles are
the fake miracle generation, no. The I stole your ability man, no.
Almine's friend who likes Kuroko?
Absolutely not. She is a character trait. I like Kuroko.
She's good at analyzing people.
So is Coach.
She's better.
She's just different Coach.
She's got big boobs.
She's a less character Coach.
Oh, good. Yeah, I don't think we hitting.
I truly don't.
I don't think we hitting.
Out of a series with legitimately like 40 characters.
Was there a popularity poll?
Hey, that's a good question. That's a good question. Yeah, she's fan service Coach. What do we do with that? We're basically wrapping up, so I'm about to start turning everything back on.
Oh, there is.
Okay, let's hear it.
Oh,
let's not hear it, I guess.
So, do we want to start from the first? There's 3 of them.
Yeah, start from number 1.
The first one.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 is Kuroko.
Of course.
Number 2 is Midorima.
Really? That's crazy.
Number 3 is Kagami.
Okay.
Kagami. Number 4 is Kisuke. Mm-hmm. Number 5 is Shun Izuki. Who are you? Is this Eagle? Yeah, this is Eagle Eye. Why is he number 5?
They like
Ew.
They like the puns.
Almine is number 6. When did this take place? Takao, whoever you are.
Yeah, who are you?
Eat Hawkeye. He's number 7. Hyuga's 8.
Chris the Chilled says, Kuroko no Basket is the Dragon Ball Z of sports manga Tears
Absolutely.
of Joy.
100%.
Rico is 9. And number 10 is Catmouth.
Okay.
That's the first popularity poll. And then it just tapers off as no. Number 1, the second popularity poll. Number 1, Kuroko. Number 2, Kisuke. Number 3, Teppei. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Teppei's, yeah. I like him enough.
They like his spirit.
Number 4 is Kagami.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5 is Almine. Number 6 is Midorima.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7
Hawkeye.
is Eagle Eye.
Oh, Eagle Eye. My bad. They like the puns.
Number 8 is Murasaki Bara.
Mm-hmm.
Number 9 is Hyuga.
Mm-hmm.
Number 10 is Kasamatsu?
I don't know.
He was the serious guy from
Kisuke team or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't even remember him.
Wow, Coach didn't hit any of these. She was good.
I liked her enough. The last one comes out in chapter 254. So
Oh yeah,
we're
that's
about
basically
to wrap up.
end of series.
This is the definitive poll. Number 1, Akashi. Akashi.
beat Kuroko.
Emperor I. He
Him a
doubled his score, his votes.
What?
Kuroko, number 2.
Him a sad boy.
Number 3. You cannot. Who?
Please.
Number 3 is Hawkeye?
Yo!
For what?
0 Hour Hawkeye? He's been there for like 3 years. Why is he here?
Number 4 is Kisei. Number 5 is Kagami. Number 6 is Midorima. Number 7 is Almine. Number 8. No. Who are you? This guy.
Who's that?
Miyagi? What's your special ability? Who are you?
Man, who's this?
That's the dude that went up against Thunder Dribbles for the first time.
Why is
Whatever.
Why is he here? Number 7?
8.
At the end? Final popularity poll number 8?
Number 9, Kasamatsu.
The serious dude.
And number 10 is...
Stolen Ability Man?
No.
Who?
Hanamiya? Who are you? Spiderweb Man. The Uncrowned King. What is this?
What happened on
This is
final,
horrible.
What happened on this final popularity poll?
Who are you?
And it's not even like, I can't even expect like the anime is influencing it. Because they wouldn't be talking about Akashi.
13 is Eagle Eye. 12 is Murasaki Bara. Yeah, this is Cheeks.
Coach got shafted.
She got ran through. That's not cool. Yeah, 9th in the first one.
Yo, this is
9th in the first one, 11th in the second one, 22nd in the third.
We've said this before. Japan is really bad at popularity polls. I mean, really bad. That's not a good face. What could that face possibly be conveying?
Q&A. Q&A. They did Q&A with the mangaka.
Okay.
A fan questioned why she calls Kiyoshi by his first name, but not the rest of the Seirin boy. She and Kiyoshi used to date. Pepe. Where?
When did that happen?
When? You can't just say that it happened.
That scene, it's not like a little thing, hey, what's this character's birthday? Who cares? It's May 12th. This is a very important thing that I feel like it would have some type of interpersonal, especially since Hyuga likes her.
2 out of 10.
That's generous. This is like a 1 for me.
Maybe it was because the animation is pretty.
I don't care.
I understand you don't care. And I shouldn't care.
And it, again, I should not have read
Priscilla
that book
says,
before it.
I actually really like Haikyuu. I didn't know you guys didn't like it. Did you at least like Haikyuu more than Kuroko's basketball or no?
Yes. My biggest thing is I just don't really care about volleyball and none of the characters grab me.
Yeah, he didn't like Hinata having the ability to super jump, like super early into it. But as far as I know, there's no like superpowers there. They're just kind of good players. Yeah, when I heard that Kikichi Oma was your second least favorite Danganronpa character, I was ready to hear your reasoning. And when I heard everything became good in the world for a moment. Yeah.
I'm me. I make good points sometimes.
You will at least explain why you feel a way about a thing you feel about.
Yeah. But yeah, this is going to be my benchmark for a while of quality.
For sure.
because it's such a big.
It's not Kuroko, so it can't be a 2.
And it is. And a lot of things are going to be compared to people going, hey, they're not doing this. I'm like, well, Kuroko did it. Man. Look at that. It sucks. And that goes back to my initial question of if this was more popular, would it be less popular?
But I don't. My anime list. Actually.
I don't know what Joku public likes. I can't point to something like, yeah, this is gonna hit. Because there is one football thing out there, American football.
Yeah.
Never again tried.
It's an 8. It's top 600 anime of all time.
A million members.
Popularity, top 120.
Adrian Rusco says, Kuroko's basketball sounds like the basketball version of Fairy Tale. The power of basketball.
It is a lot of.
It's basketball and friends. Get it right.
Basketball is all that matters. And it is not funny. It is. They don't really think their way out of things. It is just go into the zone and dunk that ball real hard, son.
Yeah, recommend it.
And he dunks it real hard.
Seen so far,
Jay
it's
says,
been how unrealistic.
Cats or Kurokuro basketball, what better?
Cats.
I
myself am an avid fan of basketball.
Cats have good songs. I can't
Plays
even.
regularly one.
None of the intros or outros were even really good. It had that 4 times song. Yeah, no. It's almost without worth.
No, this is not a good one.
The dub was good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the dub was very good. Yeah, I always say in these day and age, they're gonna be good. You're not gonna get a bad dub.
If you get a bad dub, it's a problem of what happened with the dub. Recommend it. I am 20, and when I was 6 years old, I fell in love with an anime called Captain Tsubasa. You can't love Tsubasa and love this. I've seen many sports, and none were good enough to create the impact that until this.
And I've looked. There's like one workable, revisitable Kuroko.
Gamerath5 says, Demon Slayer or Kuroko?
We already said it, Kuroko.
Kuroko's worse.
Yeah, Kuroko's way worse.
Demon Slayer is better.
Demon Slayer, I think, was like a 3 or 4 to me. This is a 1.
That is too harsh.
No, it's not.
You like tons of characters. You said you like Almine.
What's that mean?
You said you liked.
Hey, this is not about my enjoyment. It is about quality.
You said that all of the basketball games were quality, and that's what it's all about.
Says, so basically it's just kind of battle shonen under the mask of basketball?
Yes, and that's why they break off so many times in their one-on-one
Jay says,
things.
Bounty Arc or Kurokuro basketball?
Bounty Arc,
yeah. But that's why they break off so many times in a one-on-one thing. Because at the end with the Akashi's team, so many people have their one-on-one. Hawk Eagle Eye gets his one-on-one with Dribble Man. They all 3-pointer man gets his one-on-one. They get one-on-ones because it's just like, here's our development time. Here's
because
the
you
time
have
for
to
us to shine,
overcome your opponent, and the way to overcome them is with battle.
And it is the opponent, and the opponent isn't the team; it's another person. So it becomes a one-on-one at that point.
It is 5 one-on-ones going on simultaneously.
Yes, and that's all it is. And that's not what I want out of something like this. Because if you're gonna do it, just make it magic, and it'd be way more acceptable for somebody to awaken their abilities by being around these mothers that have a lot of talent. Instead of this, 2 different people have a metaphor of opening a door and going into the ocean, and then another door blocked by a person. Who was Almine's person? Was it also Kuroko?
I think so.
But Bountark,
you'd have to point to a specific point in time in Kuroko's basket, because the entirety of the series over just the bounce arc, it's the bounce arc. Hold on, the bounce arc is way more streamlined, so I don't think it's as fair, because it is literally like, hey, the bounce arc.
Do you know how many episodes the bounce arc is?
I think it's like 78.
It's over 40.
Mhm.
Yes, it is 44 episodes.
Huh.
Kuroko's Basket is, I think it's like 60.
Oh wow, really? Oh, on me then.
The Bount arc is worse. The Bount arc is worthless. Jinkaria is worse than anything in Kuroko no Basket.
Hey, how many times did the Bount arc make you stop watching the Bount arc in the middle of an episode?
If you go back to revisit it, you will hear me sludging through the Bount arc. And
Okay.
it took me like 5 months to watch the Bount arc. Because I kept stopping.
while you're just blitzing through
Yes.
Kuroko, except when those stop points happen.
Because of course they happen.
They had to.
Eagle Spear is the dumbest thing.
It's terrible, dude. And you guys, I can show you all my text messages. There are only 2 things I sent DA and go, please read it. And one is Eagle Spear.
And then all the abilities I didn't even talk about because
What?
Tepe has another ability where because of his big meat hands, he can look like he's about to pass the ball, but then shoot it or vice versa. And they just go, oh, the right of postponement. And they just say it. And they just yell it.
What's even the point of talking about it, though? It is just another in the lineup. Because all it is all of the games are a series of people breaking out their abilities for the first time, or somebody overcoming the ability they had before, so they have to do it better, or they have to do a new one.
Over and over.
And that is the series. It is terrible.
What's worse than Kuroko?
Right now, nothing to me.
Boruto.
I am not caught up in Boruto, so right now, nothing.
Wow.
There
It's
is
like that, huh?
I can't think offhand of a worse manga I've read than Kuroko Basketball.
Check our shonen tier list.
Hey, whatever happens, I'm probably gonna have to change something.
Maybe it's. Have you tried with Chrome?
I was thinking that too.
But as far as that goes, because we got Super, we've got.
I think Kuroko's Basket is worse.
I was talking about just the shonen list.
Oh,
The tier list that we did.
oh,
But I can check my anime list.
yeah, that's what I was going to. You can go that. I will go the shonen tier list. Cause My Hero, it's gonna be up there.
Oh boy,
It's gonna be up there.
oh boy, get in there.
Worst shonen is what I'm looking for. And this was the latest one. Wow, it's been almost 3 years since we've done it. We're gonna have to revisit that. Fun of bad stuff.
is.
But it's gotta go into either very bad or. All right, here we go.
Really care?
We have Fire Force number. Oh, Fire Force.
Oh,
Why is that always the benchmark? Fire Force number 1. My Hero was number 2.
back then?
Yeah.
How long has it been bad?
2. My Hero is number 2. Dragon Ball Super number 3. Demon Slayer number 4. Boruto was number 5. Fairy Tail number 6. Eden Zero was number 7. Fairy Tail 1000 Year Quest or 100 Year Quest was number 6.
Did you hear that Eden Zero is ending in like 3 chapters?
Hey, might need to read that then. Fairy Tail was number 8. Number 9 was Samurai 8. Number 10 was Hunter x Hunter. Number 11 was Naruto. Number 12 was Dragon Ball Z. Number 13 was Part 5. Number 14 was Bleach. I would put Kuroko's Basketball right now over Dragon Ball Super.
Oh.
Right now.
So under Fire Force and My Hero?
Yeah.
So there's your answer. There are 2 things currently worse to BG than Kuroko's No Basket.
No. It would go under Fire Force. That's it.
Okay,
I think it's
there
worse
is
than My Hero.
one thing.
Because My Hero gave me gentle. This gave me nothing.
You said you really liked a bunch of things in that.
Hey, so
A bunch. You said that you thought it was the basketball show of our generation.
Right now, it is Fire Force, it is Kuroko's Basket, and then it's My Hero. That's my bottom 3.
You always forget about Fire Force. When we're talking about
Purposely.
this bush.
Yeah, those are my bottom 3 right there.
Kuroko's Basket or Mark Month.
I'd rather do a Mark month
Yes.
than reread Kuroko's Basket.
Yeah, I feel like on a reread, it's gonna hit even harder.
Everything I've said until this point is from an objective
Because it
standpoint.
is just a lot of basketball. And it's a lot of how do we get past the Emperor Eye.
And once
the
you've got
Emperor
that-
Eye is working. And of course it's working. And it's moving. And we're going.
There's no point in showing it. I can link it though.
Keep in mind this was 3 years ago. Opinions change. Boy, My Hero might move up.
Oh, it will move up.
It might be the worst thing.
No.
I can't do, like I said, I need to reread Fire Force.
Absolutely.
Because it's just gone.
No, I still think Fire Force is by far
That
the
mug
worst.
is gone.
Kuroko's is a 2. 1. Fire Force is like a 0.5. It's terrible, dude. I think there has to be something good in it for that 0.5.
Alfonso Rodriguez
Statistically.
says,
Yeah.
read Soul Eater instead of Mid-Force.
I need to read Soul Eater because I never read that final arc, so I'm gonna reread it one of these days.
Hey, it's fine.
I saw
Ask these niggas about the fucking lollies.
I saw either Death the Kid or Black Star or somebody looking up at the moon, and that was the last chapter I ever read. And I think there were like 35 chapters left, and I just never read them.
Hey, it's
Cool. And
thoughts on recent One Piece chapter? I'm happy that the message is finally over.
Yep.
Can't wait to figure out what he was about to say in 2 years.
especially about the D.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2 years. We'll
Yep.
see you. We'll see you in 2 years.
It was great information though.
Yes.
But I'm ready to see in Elbaf.
It's time to go.
Yeah. I really hated how much they cut to other parts of the world.
Women's, I gotta get out of here.
What? What was that?
DSP, what do you mean?
Can we see what he? Oh, we can't see what our boy is doing.
Who?
I'm about to see what we can see what our boy DSP is doing, but we can't.
I'm gonna figure this thing out. I'm probably gonna do a private live stream and just test a bunch of stuff, see what's going on. Yeah. So we are in out of here.
So what's up?
I think that a 1 is too harsh.
Impossible.
I'm going a 2.
Why?
Because
Cool.
I need to. They established the powers. This is a
How?
thing.
Where? When?
Episode 1, sir. Chapter 1. Kurko's invisible. They've established this. He's the shadow. So they established it.
And then
I can't say
nobody.
that.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say there is an internal consistent logic to it,
No.
but there's not
Nope.
because Kuroko's ability takes stamina, and so does Kisei's, but Murasakibara's doesn't. Akashi's, whatever his name is, doesn't.
Akashi.
My main issue
Yep. Let's hear it.
is the basketball stuff. All these other shows, I have big issues outside of the fight stuff. And I understand that so much of this is the basketball stuff. But I don't think that is... Because like I said, there's a lot of stuff that I just didn't write down because it's just they play basketball until somebody shoots and wins. And that's a lot of it. And it's just like, the Eagle... If in Eagle Eye, Eagle Spear 6 times? Oh, it still's not working? Okay. Oh, Thunder Dribble. Okay, sir. You see, I didn't even write down that other guy's abilities. I think he did the heaven, earth, and void shot. I forget, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just stuff like that. It's just like, well, they've set up that the ring is important and they're paying it off. They set up the wristband.
There are several things I've given a 2. I'm gonna have to give them 2.5s or something.
Yeah, I looked at my list. I'm like, nah. Oh boy, Samurai 8. Boy, I don't know. I don't know. I'll say that.
Oh yeah, Fire Force got to move down.
Yeah, there's got to be some restructuring.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've done it. Plus, I've read a lot more stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna update this sometime in this month. Yeah, yeah, yours is not hitting. Is Kuroko worse than Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within?
I don't know.
Is
I just
Kuroko...
carried that over from my last.
Is Kuroko worse than Dragon Ball Super?
Yes, there are things that I like in Super.
Then this has got to change.
I know. It will change. Things will change.
For the better, and I say, oh. I was in an AMV kick at some point. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, boy, Samurai 8, that's a little high, DA.
I don't know what the f that is.
That's a little high.
What the f is that? I need to get kicked in the teeth.
Maybe it was I don't remember this, so.
Nah, son. Why do you think Samurai 8 is that bad? But there's way worse.
It's a lot of explaining.
It's a lot of explaining. It's a lot of nonsensical explaining. I think in the 13th chapter, he was shown to be the chosen one. That's like, come on now. It is the rush of the last arc. There was a little mini tournament arc that lasted all of 8 chapters, and it wasn't really anything.
And then they had to wrap up legitimately like 4 or 5 years of storytelling in like 6 chapters. I think the hype hurt it a lot. Because a lot of people hated Black Clover because things like Crunchyroll would be like, oh, the next king of shonen, and is this the next Naruto or whatever, just to like get that next hit that they wanted badly. This, they tried everything. It was on displays. It was on billboards. Everywhere. Kishimoto's next big hit.
Kishimoto drew Naruto next to
Hamachi?
Whatever his name is. He drew him next to him promoting it. They let it stay in Shonen Jump, even though the
way past it should have did.
If it was any other rank and file Shonen, it would have been axed.
They wouldn't have even gotten that. Here's 6 chapters in this.
But they were just like, it's Kishimoto. It's gonna get legs. It's gonna pick up, and it just didn't. And then it wasn't the axe. It was just like, we respect you enough. You just gotta wrap this up in the next 3 chapters.
Hey, you gotta understand. Look at these numbers. Just wrap it up, Hachimaru.
How do you remember that, Adrian? I don't trust you.
All right, let's get the
battle. Yeah, it was mad dumb. And again, it's out of my mind. That's another thing that I would have to reread before I
really.
Yeah.
We'll set a date for our next shonen thing, and we'll like reread at least parts of these things so we know.
And then, like I said, I'm going into other things now as well too. Also,
and yeah, now you can watch anime.
Even though kind of not, because it's just like, okay, Monster Econ is coming up, so I can make art for that. They've announced 5 people, and I'm just like, yeah,
5 people you like.
Yeah, but don't really have anything for them. That kind of sucks.
All right.
Yeah. Hey, don't watch Kuroko or read Kuroko. It's not enjoyable enough.
Yeah, it's not that level of bad like a Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey, that type of thing. No, it is literally you're getting it.
I think I would have lasted, like you said, up until the 3-Point Man game, and then I was just like, yeah, I'm done, and then just sort of look through the wiki.
If not for something like this, if this was you like 8 years ago, it would have just been like dropped.
Yeah.
Right next to like Mushishi.
Yeah, it's just like, this isn't. But it's something very tantalizing about the dumb abilities that are on displays that are just like, barrier jumper. Yeah, and it's just like, the coach's dad was just like, oh, we got to put them all through some training to up their abilities. He's just like, yeah, I'm about to show my new ability. Take a step back and shoot.
Yeah. And people acting like it's this crazy thing he did. What happened there? You have to get inside his barrier.
Shut up. Murasaki Bar, he's just like, oh, he's just very, very tall and he's got arm. Like, okay, more of that. Oh, but also Thor's hammer, where it's a big wind jump. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's in the zone now too.
Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, people.
We can't do T23 because it might crash the stream.
Yep, I gotta figure things out.
What's going on?
Yeah. Next week we don't know what we're doing. The week after is DSP though.
Yeah, boy. I've got my plans.
And I've got mine. Even though we did say, hey, let's make it a little bit of a surprise, I really want to say what mine is.
I also really want to say what mine is. Because it's going to be good.
But I heard just a smidge of mine. I didn't even need to hear the rest. And I went, yep, this is the one. I mean, literally, I heard like 30 seconds.
I've seen mine a lot, so I know what's up.
But the topic of mine is, of course, all right. Yeah, let's get out of here. Yep, stop coming to these.
Like we said, gonna try for because reasons every other month.
Yeah. We should pick what our next one is now. I feel like we could do Harry Potter. That's fairly quick. And then we could also taper in some Naruto so we can get ready for the Naruto one next.
I say
like
we do whatever we're gonna do next, and then whenever My Hero is done, we just burn through My Hero, the war arc, and then we just do it when we can do it.
Yep. That's fair.
What's the list?
Oh yeah, I can bring up the because reasons list. It is on.
Y'all have gotten a third Hokage rant. It's mostly going to be stuff that we don't really talk about, like the war arc and
we have Platinum In,
Kisame.
We have Naruto. We have Harry Potter.
Hey yo, the king Kuroko's no basket. It might.
Are you serious? Platinum In?
Stay tuned.
No! Platinum In, Naruto, Harry Potter, My Hero Academia, One Piece live action, Kingdom Hearts, The Last Airbender, Star Wars films, King's Game, Mashima. Oh, Hero Mashima.
All of Mashima's work.
Which,
now that Eden Zero is in, and I was just like, fine. And I've downloaded it, so
I guess we could do King's Game. That's a fairly easy one. It's really light, and then we can start working on one of the longer ones, or maybe even start working on reading the My Hero War arc, and then by the time we do the King Game one, the War arc is probably going to be over.
But I don't want to watch King's Game.
That's my biggest error. I'm just like, I just don't want to watch that. He's going through all these things and the reasons why we should, and I just don't want
Pizza Steak says, Last Airbender the movie or something else.
I just got it. It would be that's why I dropped it. Because I'm like, okay, I got it. No, thank you, no more. And it wasn't like I could talk to anybody about it. I was just like, oh no, this just stinks. Oh no, this is just bad. Oh no. It's the premise. And the premise is really good. It would be all of the Last Airbender series. So it would be the movie, it would be the live action, it'd be the TV series, and it'd be Korra.
Go up again. You can probably do King's Game.
Yeah. Or King's Game or Harry Potter. Those are the two to me. Harry Potter is 7 movies and 7 books. Oh, 8 movies and 7 books. And we could really just go, hey, let's, because I really just want to do the books.
Yeah, the books would be. Let me see. Harry Potter. I'll go. The fourth one was like a middle between the long and the shorts.
Yeah. The final 3 are the long ones. And I kind of blitzed through the 6th book, honestly, because Dash was cooking.
5 hours, 6 hours, 16, 17 hours, 1.25 speed.
Probably closer to like 13 hours.
Yeah. And let's just average that out between the 7 books. Yeah, a Saturday, just sitting around playing games or something, you can knock out a book.
Yeah. I would knock out 2 books, honestly, especially the earlier ones.
We could do Harry Potter.
All right, so because reasons Harry Potter next. Because he don't want to do King's Game, even though it would be legitimately like 4 hours.
What to do it? That's all there is to it.
It's gonna be on the list until it's done.
I know.
You can keep kicking that can down the road, but at some point, in Pennywise is gonna be in the sewer, and they all float.
Completely understand, but if you look at it like. Mark has a bunch of Naruto videos. We've not done one of them. They're just sitting there.
Really are.
Do you want to do them? The answer is no. But they're sitting there. It's just like this, where it's like, it's gonna happen, but I don't have to be complicit in it happening.
I could kick and scream the entire way.
Mm-hmm.
I know I need my shots, but I'm gonna keep crying about it.
I'm gonna keep using this eagle eye, this eagle spirit till it works. 2 and 6. Oh, you need to go back.
Oh yeah, I will. Don't worry about it.
Absolutely. Hey, Meme, have you seen King's Game? Don't.
I've seen King's
Game.
I
haven't seen King's Game. He can turn it right back on me. Have you? I'm like, oh shit. I've seen enough. I seen Muff just get knocked out like, you need to have sex with this girl before midnight, otherwise you die. He's like, I don't want to do it, you're my friend. And he gets knocked out and she's like, I'll drag him into a closet and have sex with him. I'm like, what? What constitutes as sex?
Hey, your clock was 5 minutes fast. So.
Jesus Christ. Hey, we're just gonna play rock band music until midnight. And then we're all gonna be together. You're not gonna die. Hey, it's exactly 12 o'clock. It didn't work. I'm going out to the kitchen. Hooray, it didn't work. 5 minutes. Dan, what?
No. And that's the first 3 episodes of 12.
Why is it still going? Because the basketball don't stop.
No.
It's in the heart of all of us. We're good guys. We like basketball.
Yeah, it's the villains that don't. And the heroes keep going.
Specifically the villains that don't like it.
Yep. All right. So next, because reasons is gonna be Harry Potter. We might just do a No, that doesn't make any sense. But we might just do a live stream in the middle of the thing instead of on Saturday.
We'll talk about it.
Yep. And then we'll probably start reading the My Hero Academia War arc as well. So the second
it's winding down.
Yeah, the second that ends, we can just jump right into it because reasons for that. Hey, get the out of here, y'all.
Shove off.
Yeah, you know the drill.
Don't watch
it. Big stando user.
Oh, hell no. It's my demon time.
Everything I've said until this point is from an objective standpoint.
Tell them they can shove off.